Hi everybody, how you doing out there? Mark here. It's the day after LSCC, but yeah, how's everybody doing out there? You all okay? Have a fantastic weekend? Yeah, I had an absolutely amazing weekend. Seriously, amazing. I would say awesome, but that's just not a big enough word to explain. Say how an amazingly, humongously fantastic weekend that I've had so far. It was just the icing on the cake of the birthday weekend I've had off. It really was. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I think they actually I mean, this is only the second Comic-Con that I've been to, but I think they get better with every year at LSCC. I really do. And it was huge, absolutely huge. I don't know if they sort of like the place can get bigger. Like they like have false walls and they take the false walls down and it gets like they get more floor space, or they've just organised the tables and the stalls and that a bit better than it was. There was loads of stuff there, tons of it, absolutely tons of it. They actually got a point where I was actually getting lost because I was like, you're looking at people like, right, here's supposed to be in D131. Okay, right. Okay, D131. So you go to D131, and it's like, no, that's not D131. She's looking around. Going, eventually, I found everybody I was supposed to find and everybody I needed to find, but well, nearly everybody I needed to find. Nearly. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to see everybody that I wanted to see or get signed from, but we'll get to that in a mo. Now, excuse me a minute, because I was better to. Sorry about that. Oh, I hope that's not con flu coming on. That can't be. No, not 24 hours. I've heard of people getting it 3 days afterwards, but not 24 hours afterwards. No, can't be con flu. Can't be. Although saying that, yes. Anyway, I'll admit I have got a little bit of the Comic-Con come down. Yeah, a little bit. I was sat here on the sofa this morning, having my breakfast, watching people go on Facebook and putting up their pictures of all their hauls that they've got over at LSCC on Saturday, and then seeing other people going in there saying, "Oh, we're going again Sunday," and I was like, I want to go. I want to go again, but you know, I just wouldn't have been able to afford it financially. Energy wise, I would have been fine, but financially, not a chance. Not an absolute chance. I'm gonna lose some serious weight before in the next 2 weeks until I get paid again, because I'm on bread and water, and I'm gonna have to fight for bread. Nah, I'm only joking. But you didn't come here to see me yammering on about how amazing and awesome and fantastic it was at LSCC. You came to see what I picked up. Yeah, you came to see what I picked up. Well, I'm going to do it a bit differently today, because usually I do the stuff that I picked up from the village shop in the little village that I used to live in. Blah blah blah. No, then I do back issues. Then I do the new stuff as the big grand finale sort of thing. Well, you're not here to see what new stuff I picked up, as in new comics per se. You've come to see what I've picked up at LSCC, and a lot of that was old stuff. Trust me, if you could see this, hang on a second. Oh, I've got a pile about that big, and another pile about that big. So there's going to be a few comics to show you, and a few other bits and pieces as well. I want to show you and all. I will show you what I've got signed as well, and everything else I managed to get on the day. But first, like I said, I will do the new comics that, funnily enough, I was walking around the floor of the convention, and I felt my mobile phone go off in my pocket. So I took it out, and it was the girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, how's everything going? You having fun? Blah 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 blah." Oh, by the way, you've got a couple of parcels turned up. I read that, and I was like, and I actually out loud I went, woohoo, more comics. Oh, more comics waiting for me. I went on. Carry on walking. Yeah. So these are the comics that made me go woohoo at LSCC. Turn my back towards you then. Right. These, I know I usually go DC, Marvel, and then Independence, but these are in no particular order, purely for the fact that oh no, sorry, they're in alphabetical order. I did get these ones sorted out, actually. Sorry, I did get these ones sorted out. They're in alphabetical order, but that's about it. They're not in the big two, and then independent companies. They're in, you know, alphabetical order. As much as I could get them alphabetical order, I could do it alphabetically. That makes any sense? Yeah. Before I start, 6 viewers. Anybody who's watching this, comment section down below. Say hi. Say hi. I'm sure I've missed a load of stuff out, but hopefully as I go on in the video, I will go on in this video, I'll remember stuff and go back and forth, and hopefully, you know, it'll be a bit like watching the last season of the 11th Doctor Who series. Yeah, it'd be completely confusing and all backwards and forwards and ups and downs and roundabouts and that, but you'll get there in the end. We'll get to Trenzlore in the end, don't worry. And you never know, I might regenerate. Yeah. No. Right, first up, Dynamite have got a set of comics come out called Altered States. Nothing to do with the actual movie, which I'm probably the only person who remembers that movie, Altered States. Again. But this is the Dynamite's way, sort of version of Elseworlds, DC Elseworlds, and Marvel's What If. So we've got this that came out this Wednesday just gone, which is Altered States Red Sonja #1. Fantastic cover there. Really nice cover. But I think that's Billy Tan, I believe. Isn't it? Yeah. Billy Tan on it. Yeah. That's that. That's nice. And then we've got another Altered, which is Altered States Vampirella with another Billy Tan cover. Pretty awesome. Nice cover. There's another one coming out this Wednesday coming, which will be Doc Savage. And I think the final one is the Phantom. No, not Phantom, the Shadow. Altered States the Shadow. That was it. So I'll admit the Vampirella and the Red Sonja ones are really the only ones that interest me that much. The Shadow one looks interesting, so I might see about picking it up. The Doc Savage, I'll probably pick it up just to get the complete set, but and I will read it in any case. But I don't think I'm going to go as crazy as trying to. Oh, I need to get that now, as I did with the Vampirella and the Red Sonja one. So there you go. And we have got Amazing Spider-Man #16. Now, all this month on Selected Comics, Marvel have been doing a fantastic set of covers highlighting the female artists in the Marvel company. Now, I'm not that good at looking at covers or looking at artists and going, that's such and such. And probably if I gave it a little bit of thought, I would have at least jotted down who were doing what cover. But this is one of the Marvel Women of Marvel covers, variant covers. And I says Amazing Spider-Man #16. I thought it was a really cool cover. Spider-Man on the New York Underground. That was really cool. Awesome stuff. And we got Fantastic Four. #644. This is the variant cover, which is part of the interlocking one that goes with all the other ones. I think they call them. I'm sure they're calling these the gold variant covers. So that's pretty funky. Yeah. Of course, if it's Marvel, it's got to be. There's going to be Howard Scotty Young covers. If it's Marvel, you're going to get Scotty Young covers. And this is the first issue of Howard the Duck, Scotty Young variant. Looking forward to reading that one. I haven't really had a chance to read with everything that happened on Saturday with the con and coming home and just completely flaking out and really just sort of like just about now waking up, and it's about coming up to 10:30 at night, so I've only started waking up now, so I haven't really had a chance to read all the comics that I've got. Back to Dynamite with this one. They did a steampunk miniseries where they had all of their licensing characters that they create books for, like Vampirella, Red Sonja, Doc Savage, Green Hornet, Flash, and all those other characters that they create comics for, and they stuck them all in the same universe, which had a steampunk style, or it was a steampunk universe for the Dynamite characters, and it was called Legendary, a steampunk adventure. It was a really good miniseries. I think it was written by Bill Billingham. Was it Billingham? Sure it was. Yeah, the one that does for DC. Sure it was him who done it. But anyway, they've now brought out 3 new miniseries that tie in with the Legendary series that they had last year. And one of them's Red Sonja, one of them's Green Hornet, and the other one's this one, Vampirella. This is issue 2 of the Vampirella one. I wasn't really that enthralled by the first issue of this, and I'm not too sure about this one, but it's a pretty cool cover. If you can see it through this picture, it's a pretty cool cover of steampunk Vampirella. I will probably still pick them up in any case, because I have found a new interest in Vampirella ever since I've started reading the Nancy A. Collins series that she's done. So that she's doing now, sorry. So yeah, definitely interested in looking at that. Now, this is one of those ones that every time I come away from Free Comic Book Day, I'm like, I've really, really got to start reading this. I've got to start getting the trades for this. I've got to start picking this up every month when it comes out. And then it's unfortunately one of those ones that just falls by the wayside, because there's so much other stuff coming out week after week, month after month from every single comic company. And I really do wish I had a job that paid me enough money to have a nice house and to be able to buy every single comic that I ever wanted to have. That would be so amazing, and obviously eat nicely and healthily and everything and all the other stuff, and have a nice lifestyle. I think everybody would, but me specifically, I would love to be able to sort of like have a place that's big enough to be able to hold all my comics, and for me to be able to buy every single comic. But this would definitely be one of the ones if I could afford it. It's the volume 3 of the Mouse Guard Legends of the Guard. This is issue 1 of 4 from Boom and Archaea, or Archaea, how do you pronounce it? And I'll show you, because this is actually a wraparound cover. Beautiful artwork on the cover there. Absolute beautiful artwork. Let's see that. Really nice. And I will admit, the main reason there is a little story in here with artwork by Scotty Young. I can't remember. I don't know if he yeah, he wrote it as well. From what I could tell, he wrote it and drew it as well. Yeah, The Mouse and the Moon, art and story by Scotty Young, and it is really cute. It's his typical artwork style, the cutesy sort of like artwork style you expect from Scotty Young, but it looks really nice. That is so cute. I don't think it will, just in case, spoilers, I don't think it will ruin the story for you. There you go. How cool is that? There might be people out there that get cheesed off with all the Scotty Young covers that you see out there nowadays. But when you see something like that, that even the hardest of hearts, sorry, would melt. Look at that, it's so awesome. So yeah, pick that up. Really looking forward to reading that. Like I said, it's always one of those ones where I'll go, I've really got to start getting this and get the trades and that, and then it's nothing. I just end up picking up the odd comic here and there, sort of thing, when somebody like Scott Young does the interiors. I've been waiting for this to come out. I really have been waiting for this, and I also managed to pick up the LSCC variant of this as well, which I'll show you a bit later on. It's the first issue of Ninjak #1. This is cover D, I believe. There you go. How cool does that look? I'm more than likely to have cover A waiting for me at Forbidden Planet, but when you've got covers like that, if I remember correctly, seeing cover A, that looked pretty cool as well. But I was like, I'll get this one because this looks really, really awesome. So there you go, there's that there. Valiant Comics just doing amazing stuff, fantastic stuff, really is. Back to Marvel, and we have got the second issue of Spider-Gwen, normal cover. There you go, for issue 2, there you go. And we've got Marvel again, Spider-Man 2099, #10. There we are. Another pretty cool cover there for that one. And then Marvel again, but back to the Women of Marvel covers that they'll be doing. And this is a really nice cover of the female Thor that we've. This is possibly one of the nicest covers I've actually seen with this character on there. Really, really nice. I'm gonna have to find out who this is who's done this cover. I'm gonna have to Google it, or if any of you guys out there know who this is who's done the cover on here, put it in the comment section down below, and I'll read it out in a minute when I get a chance to. 6 of Thor, the Women of Marvel cover. Absolutely, really nice, really beautiful cover that. There we go. And finally for the new ones, Zenescope. I've got a few of their comics and they're okay, but I've never really sort of like got into them as such. I think I read the first sort of like 4 or 5 issues of their the first few issues of their comics that they produced in my boxes somewhere, but I've never really bought Zenescope comics too. I've only really bought them for the covers, and mainly it's the Francesco covers that I get them for, and this is one of them. This is Wonderland 33. Really nice cover. He does fantastic artwork on these covers. He really does, and he's a really nice guy as well. I mean, I've only ever met him Facebook to chat to and that, but you know, he really does. He does appreciate his fans. He really does give people the time of day. I've chatted with him sort of like private messaging and that every now and then and that, and he's a really nice guy. He does some amazing artwork as well. Seriously, if I could draw like that, I would never leave my house. I wouldn't have to. But because you'd be able to do stuff like this and, you know, email the pictures to whoever it is you got to. That's what I meant, honest. There you go. But yeah, look at that, Wonderland 33. I'm just gonna leave that for another few seconds because it's such a nice cover. There you go. Right. Let's check the comments, see if anybody is actually watching. Just refresh the comment page here. And make sure that, yep, the video is muted, so that's good. Have myself blaring out at the same time, that'd be freaky. Okay. Let's go. Oh, this is so slow. Always the way with this laptop. Whenever I go onto Google Hangouts, one, it looks like I'm trying to record this on a potato. I don't know what the recording quality of this is like now, but you can tell the difference between when I record a video and I actually record it and then put it up onto YouTube and then do one of these live videos. Something about Google Hangout that just takes away the quality of the videos I do. Visual qualities, anyway, shall I say. I take away the qualities of the videos I do normally. Right, let's have a look. We will go to newest first, then scroll down, because that means that the bottom at the bottom will be. There we go. And we have Kamikaze Guy. Hello, Mr. Mark. Hello, Mr. Kamikaze. How you doing? All right? You okay? Have you got sick of everybody just putting up their haul pictures and putting up videos of LSCC? Has anybody got sick of it? I don't know. Yeah. Comment section down below. Let us know what people think. The Mahoney Show. Hi, Mark. First of all, bless you. Thank you. I was thinking, what? But then, yes, because I sneezed right at the beginning of the, yeah, I don't know what that was. Weird. Second of all, thank you for making this weekend amazing. No, man, thank you. Like I said to you on Facebook, my weekend was amazing. Absolutely awesome. But it was only made even more awesome by the people that I went to Comic-Con with and by the people that I met there as well. There are a lot of groups and a lot of communities on the internet to do with comic books, and I know I'm an admin of the YCC group on Facebook. I know I'm a mate of the guy who started it, and this is no word of lie. Ask anybody on the YCC. It is one of the nicest bunch of people I have ever met in any community on the internet. There's a few. Yeah, there's been a few times where we've had some descending like voices and some, to put it nicely, assholes come in the group, but they've been severely and swiftly dispatched without any sort of like giving any merit to their credence or anything like that, and everything's gone back to normal again, and everybody's been, basically one big happy family. It's quite amazing, really. Your company was sorry. Back to the Mahoney Show. Sorry, your company was an absolute pleasure as always. Smooth talk of you. Let's see what was in your heavy sack. Yes, my heavy sack. If you, I don't know if I've ever shown you my bag that I take to Southampton with me. Every time I go, anytime I go anywhere, actually, even if I go shopping for food, I'll take my bag with me, my rucksack with me. Yeah, it's like the TARDIS, but smaller. It really is. It's blue. I'd show you it, but that'd be just weird, me showing you my sack on my live video, haul video. Really weird. Next time, remind me. Next time I go to Southampton and I do a haul video, I'll show you my sack and I'll show you what it's like inside it. There you go. That's something you don't get every day. But yes, it's heavy, very heavy. And the people that went to LSCC and felt my sack will confirm that it was heavy. How many sack jokes and double entendres can I get in what, a couple of minutes? Amazing. Sorry. Back to the comments. Lewis Pierce. Hey Mark, it was awesome seeing you and the boys again this weekend. Sorry I won't be able to watch along. I've live tonight this weekend has got me pooped. And X, little small X, big D. You know what that means? Emoticon. I can't remember what it is. I'll be sure to watch once I get back home tomorrow night. No worries, man. Not a problem. Thank you for coming on and commenting in any case, and I hope you enjoy watching this, and feel free to comment as well as you're watching it on the recorded one when it's up on YouTube properly. Awesome to hear from you, and it was absolutely awesome to meet you as well again. Like I said, it was great to meet the people there again. It was, I would even say it was better than Christmas, because at Christmas time, you've got to go and meet your family and you've got to spend time with your family, and chances are you don't actually get on with your family. With this, you go to London, you go to the Comic-Con, you meet people that you actually like and you actually get on with and you actually have something in common with, and it's great. It's better than Christmas, I would say. 1,000 times better than Christmas. Seriously, I really would say that. Let's have a look. Michael Moore. Hello again, buddy. Oh man, LSCC was so awesome, but more so for the company. Now, time to see what you actually picked up. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to see if I can shift through some of this in a bit. There was a lot of stuff. I will say, was everything that I gave you okay? All right. I can't remember if you knew what I was going to give you. I know you knew about the woods, but I just want to know if everything I gave you was all right. Because what you gave me and what I'm going to show in a minute was absolutely fantastic. Awesome. Yes, thank you so much, and it was great seeing you again as well. Really was awesome, as it was with everybody, meeting everybody up again. Lethal Chicken, hi Mark, how's it going, mate? Sounds like you had a fantastic time. This is going on my calendar for next year. Yes, I would suggest going to LSCC. I've heard bad things about LFCC, and I've heard sort of like okay sort of like reports from other comic book conventions around the UK. My own personal opinion on London Super Comic Con is it is fantastic. It's so well organised. Yes, there was times when I actually did get lost trying to find people using the map, but that's not anything to do with LSCC. That's just because I'm crap at reading maps. You know, if you went to their information booth, they were more than willing to help you trying to find your way around. I think I went there about 2 or 3 times to try and find where everything was and they were really helpful there. The staff there and that were really helpful there as well. The security was really nice. There just wasn't really anything I could think of to say it was bad about LSCC, really, apart from one thing maybe, but that's not LSCC's fault, and I'll get into that a bit later on when I show you what I got signed. I think Adam and Mahoney will know what I'm talking about with that. But yeah, we'll get into that in a bit. Lethal Chicken again. I don't think that is new, but who has done the drawing of Batgirl? The one behind you to your right looks nice. This one here. I actually picked this up at LSCC last year. It's done by Bill Tucci. And I've probably said his name wrong. But yeah, I'm hoping he's going to be there next year because he wasn't there this year. In a way, I think I'm glad he wasn't because I wouldn't be able to afford to pick anything up from him. But this is part of a set, a sort of oversized playing card set. And you've got Batgirl there, which I believe is supposed to be the Queen of Clubs. You've got Harley Quinn there, which is supposed to be the Joker. I've got a Catwoman in here, which is a bit of a pain in the ass to try and get out, who is, I believe, supposed to be the Queen of Diamonds. And then you've got a Poison Ivy that is the Queen of Hearts, a Batwoman, I think, that is supposed to be the Queen. No, Batwoman is the Queen of Queen of Clubs. Batgirl's the Queen of Spades. That was it. It's basically the women of Gotham, the well-known ones of Gotham, as playing cards, queens. So yeah, so there you go. And all I need to do is get the Batwoman and the Poison Ivy one, and then I've got the complete set. But I want Billy Tucci to sign it as well, like he did with these ones there at LSCC last year. So, and I found them on eBay. You can buy them from eBay. You can buy them from the website, but I don't think they're signed from there. So yeah, there you go, man. Just for you, so you can have a look at it. How's that? Is that right? Can you see that? Yeah. There you go. Nice. And we have Anthony Thurman. Yo, how was your LSC? Got anything nice? One or two things, I think. Yeah, one or two things. Let's just have a quick refresh of this. All comments just in case. And we've got Ben Bothwick. Should be asleep, but here I am watching you. Good pickups, mate. Sadly, didn't see you at LSCC. That Thor variant is lovely, isn't it? It's really nice. That's really, really nice. Really glad I picked that one up as well. That's really cool. Yeah, I know it was manic. I went with Adam, my butter one, Mahoney from the Mahoney Show, excuse me, and Mr. Wolf from the YCC. He doesn't do any videos, but he reads comics and trades and that, and he's a fantastic guy. He's the one that comes to Southampton with Adam and myself and another friend of ours called Richard when he gets a chance to come. Yeah, the three of them, Mahoney, Mr. Wolf, and my butter one, we all went in at the same time. Wolfie went to the merchandise booth with us so I could pick up one of the exclusive variants that was there, and then came round to the Forbidden Planet table so I could pick up another exclusive variant from the LSCC. And then after that, we went our separate ways, and I didn't see anybody that I came with for about 3 hours. I didn't even bump into him. I bumped into Richard, who I mentioned earlier, the guy that comes to Southampton with us when he gets a chance to. And I bumped into a couple of other people that I know, like, around. But yeah, it was just manic, absolute hectic. But it was a great hectic, if you know what I mean. Really was real fun. Marty Hordell. Hello, Mark. I hope you're well. How was LSCC? I wish I was there. Ha. I'm going to Wales Comic Con in April in Wrexham, North Wales. Oh, nice. Who's going to be there? You know, if they mentioned, I take it they've mentioned people already, since it's April, so I imagine you know who's going to be there. But yeah, if you want, put in the comment section down below who it is you're going to hopefully be bumping into and pressing the flesh with, and getting them to sign, and maybe getting some sketching that. But interesting to find out. And Kamikaze Guy, not sick of it at all. Really chuffed you had a great sorry, I can't read English, it's terrible. Not sick of it at all. Really chuffed you all had a great time. Well, yes, we did. And I think next time you should see if you can come with us to LSCC. We get up at, oh Christ, 100 hours to get to London, and it would be a bit of a, it would be mean you getting up even earlier than us, because obviously you live a bit further away from us and that. But yeah, come with us next time, man. Seriously, come with us. Either that, or see if you could, like, come down to this end a bit closer, and you might, you might be able to kip on my Butter One sofa with Mahoney. That'd be nice. It'd be nice and cozy for you. Have a look. Any more? No, not yet. None yet so far. I haven't refreshed it yet. So if you have commented yet, I will read it out in a moment. But I've got a lot of comments to get through and a lot of stuff to get through. So we will get back to the screen where I can see my ugly mug. Hello. All right, and I'll start showing you what I've got. Now, I'm going to start off with the signatures that I went to get from LSCC. Now, if you saw my last countdown to LSCC video, you'll know that I took a absolute bucket load of comic books to get signed. Now, some of them I didn't get signed for various reasons, but luckily enough, I did get a lot of them signed already. Now, these aren't going to be in the order that I actually got them signed, but I'm just going to run through them because you've already seen the comics already. So I'm going to run through them and show you the signatures and that of the comics that I've got. So I got Bill Sienkiewicz, who I'm sure I'm saying the name wrong. He was a great guy, really nice, happy, smiling. The guy must have been there for hours signing over and over again things for people, just signing and signing and signing. But I came up to him and he had a smile on his face. He was like, "Hi man, how are you? You all right?" I said to him, "You busy?" He goes, "Oh yeah, really busy, yeah." But yeah, he was really nice, as a lot of the people there were really nice, and that I went to get signatures off of. So here we go. I don't know if you can see out there. This is one of my favourite covers from Moon Knight that he did. You see it in silver there. Really goes well with the cover, actually, the way he did that. I like that. That's really nice. It sort of adds something to the cover because of this, like the grey and the silver of the actual main artwork. That's really cool. So there's that there. And I also got his Stray Toaster mini-series done. Now, I don't think these are in any particular order, so I'll just show them up. It's the 4-issue mini-series. So there's that there. That there. Now, as he was signing these, I could see him reaching for the silver pen again, because I think he knew what the last issue's cover was. And I said, "This might sound a bit strange, but can you sign it in black?" And he was like, "Oh, no, I completely understand. There's no problem at all." And he kept the black pen in his hand and that. There you go. Really nice. And then I'll show you why I wanted it in black. I don't know if it will come sharp on this pic, on this here. But there you go. Now, I don't know if it shows up on this, but there is actually a picture on, as it's like, as he said, varying scales of black on the picture. Now, there you go. If I can just do that. So can you see that there? If I do that in the light, yeah? And then right at the top, there it is. Bill Schrankowicz's signature. There you go. That's why I wanted it in black. So I thought if it was in silver, oh, there you go. Can you see that? Yeah. I thought if it was in silver, it would have taken away something from the actual cover, because everything else is black on black sort of thing. But no, he completely got the idea. He completely got it. He was cool with it. So yeah, that's what I wanted. Awesome. Really, really nice guy. Really was. Yeah. Do you know what I would love to do? What I would love to do? I'd love to like be able to go to a con like this, but then afterwards go to a pub with all the people that were there, all the creators and that were there. Can you imagine the stories you would hear from these people as they got more and more drunk in a pub in the UK? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Right, next up is the Power comics that I showed you in the last video, and I managed to get both Dave Gibbons and Brian Boland's signature on the comics. Yes, and I got the reaction from both of them that I wanted as well. I saw Brian Boland first. He was being ticketed, so it means you get a ticket and you have to wait around until they call you, or they put the sign up and say, we are now accepting this number to this number ticket. So Brian Boland was ticketed. So I got him to sign on first, and then Dave Gibbons, you just queued up and waited for him to be ready to sign your stuff for you and that. And I got the exact same reaction from both of them. Brian Boland was like, "Oh my life, yeah, yes, I remember this, yes." And then he's like, we had a bit of a chat about how it went and everything. I won't go into that now, but it was really interesting. So we got issue 1. There we go, Brian Boland there, Dave Gibbons there, and issue 2, Brian Boland there, Dave Gibbons. And as he was signing them, Dave Gibbons was going, "Do you know, Brian's always a really, nice guy, and he's really sort of like thoughtful about where he sticks his signatures. I just sign them everywhere." Yeah, it's like, yeah, Brian doesn't sign Brian tries to sign his signatures, so it's off the artwork and that. I don't. I just sign it where I can, and like that. So we've got number 3 there with Brian Boland there, Dave Gibbons there, and then number 4. There we go. So I'm well chuffed with that. Really am chuffed with that. I could have taken things like The Killing Joke or loads of other stuff I could have taken, but I decided I wanted something like that because I like to go to places where you've got the creators of the comic, and they go, "Ooh, I completely forgot I did this." Yeah. I blame John Bolton because that's what he did when I showed him a copy of Species #1 from Dark Horse years and years ago, when I went to this art gallery thing that he was being showcased in with a load of other artists and that. And I showed him it, and he sort of looked at me. I did do that. I completely forgot I did that. That's for a good sort of like couple of minutes. So I go, "Oh yeah, I remember this now." Yeah, the more I go through it, the more I remember it. It's great. Great. Right, a few more signatures. Another double signature, which I am ecstatic to have got. It's 2 signatures that I really, really wanted to get, and one of them is John McCree, and the other one is Garth Ennis, and it's the 4-issue miniseries, the original 4-issue miniseries from Caliber Comics of the Dicks. And as John McCree was signing it, I was having a little chat with him. Let's have a look. Where are we? We've got issue 1 here. There you go. And he's got on there to Mark. What's he got on there? to mark best, and then John McCree 2015, and then Garth Ennis's signatures up there. And then you've got issue 3, well, actually no, issue 2, which again John McCree, and then Garth Ennis there. And then you've got issue 3, which was the Preacher piss tape cover. You got up the top there John McCree, and then you've got Garth Ennis to mark cheers Garth Ennis. And then finally number 4, there you go, up the top there for McCree, and down the bottom there for Garth Ennis. Like I said, I was talking to John McCree, and I was like, you know, it's one of my favourite series that you've done. I mean, Hitman was my favourite that you two have collaborated on, but Dix and all the other following series that you've done with those 2 characters has just been hilarious. I think they're absolutely brilliant, and you know, I love them, including all the covers that you've had with Avatar and that, including the offensive ones. And John McCree went, "Oh, so you like the offensive ones, do you?" I was like, "Yeah, because you're a wee sick man, yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." Right? He goes, "Oh, they're good though. They're good." I was like, "Yeah, oh, yes, very, very hilariously good, and hilariously sick as well." So yeah, we had sort of like a bit of a chat. Yeah, and Garth Ennis, I just turned around to him and said, "Look, you're probably sick and tired of hearing people say this to you every single day, but yeah, you're just a fantastic writer. You really are." And he sort of went, "Yeah, actually," he sort of like chuckled a little bit and say, "Yeah, I am getting a bit bored about hearing how great I am," sort of thing. But it wasn't in a bad way. But you know, really nice guy, really good. Shook my hand, had a little bit of a chat with him as well, and it was great, really great. The first people that I got signings from was, strange enough, I think last year was the last people I got a signing from. Or was it? No, one of them was the first person I got a signing from last year. And the other one was one of the last people I got a signing from last year. This time they were both the first. It was Jonathan Ross and Ian Churchill, and I got them to sign the Revenge miniseries. I now have every single issue, plus doubles, sorry, not doubles, but the variant covers of issue 1, all signed by Ian Churchill and Jonathan Ross. So we'll go through them like this. This one here, Revenge #1, this was actually a gift from Adam to me, and so I got this one signed. There you go. And I was trying to figure out, like, Ian Churchill is down there, Jonathan Ross is up there, and then I've also got the, I think this is the second print variant cover, which has been signed by Ian Churchill and Jonathan Ross there. There's a signature there, a signature there. And yeah, I was again chatting with Jonathan Ross and Ian Churchill, and I was sort of saying to him and that, you know, it's really good. If you've got anything else in the pipeline, to Jonathan Ross, with books and that, he said, "Oh yeah, we've got a few things like coming up that I'm looking at doing and that with comic books." And if you watch the video on My Butter One's channel with Adam and Mahoney, it's a little bit of an exclusive on that video, possibly involving Ian Churchill and Jonathan Ross. This one you can't quite see where the signatures are, but because it's a dark thing, but you can just about see them in the right light. One there, and then you got that one there, and then you've got this one here, which is a really nice one. I've seen the show on it. There you go. That's really cool. And then finally, I took my issue of Marine Man, which is completely done by Ian Churchill. Everything's done by him. And there we go. He done a really nice, I think that's a really nice signature he done there. I think it's possibly because it was one of his own things that he'd done everything on. And he signed those other ones really nicely. But that one, it looked like he actually took a little bit, even if it was only a few split seconds to sort of like sign that one. That's a really nice signature on that one, I think. Might even see if I can get that on CGC. If I ever get the money to do that sort of thing. Now, I also got this one here. I don't like to drop names and that, but I'm friends with this guy on Facebook, and we're also following each other on Twitter as well. And I've had some communication with this guy. He's a fantastic bloke. he really does love his comics, as well as write really good ones as well. I was stood there for a good sort of like 5-10 minutes just talking to him about comic books and old comic books, and getting the references and the books that he's written, you know, with the comics that he's produced as well, and all the in jokes and that, which he was really happy that, you know, he likes it when somebody gets the references that he's talking about. It's I'm sure he won't mind me saying his name. It's John Paul Camath, and he is the writer and the producer and the editor, and he does everything apart. I think the only thing he doesn't do is the artwork on London Horror Comic. And as you saw, I finally got issue 4. So there you go. He signed it up there in silver. Issue 4. And also, and I hate to say this, but I can't remember the guy's name. He's the guy who does the cover artist on the artwork on this. He also did the cover artwork on issue 6 as well. And his artwork is fantastic. Well, it's the cover on this one. It's a fantastic artwork. Unfortunately, I forgot what his name was. So I apologize in advance if you're seeing this. You probably aren't, but anyway, there's his signature there. There you go. And I've got another one here, but that's to go with another part of this program. So I shall stick that there for now. And then finally for the signatures, I missed John Romita Jr. I know, I missed John Romita Jr. I didn't get a ticket for him, and then when it came to getting a ticket, it was like, no, we haven't got any tickets to give you because there's already, but if you come back later on, you might be able to get some more tickets. And I was just unlucky this time. Hopefully he'll be back again next year, or I might be able to go to another con somewhere where he'll be at, so I can get this double signed by the 2 artists in here. But I did get Bob Layton artwork signature on this, and yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I went up to him with this book and I said, oh, and he was like sat there sketching. I was like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry to disturb you there, but can I get a signature for you from this book? And he was like, yeah, sure, man, no worries, that's what I'm here for. So I was like, oh, fantastic. I was like, there you go. So he gave that on the signature there for this book. Yeah, that's really cool. I've taken the dust jacket off because I didn't want to take the dust jacket for anything like that, because I didn't want the dust jacket to get damaged. So yeah, really happy with that. Bob Layton, a signature on that one. I unfortunately missed JRJR. I didn't get all the Garth Ennis books that I wanted to get signed from him, because quite rightly so, they did say there was a minimum of 3 books that you can get signed from him. I had all 4 of the Dicks signed by John McCree, and they were like, oh yeah, one more ain't gonna make much difference, that'll be fine. I think it's just to stop those people that come up with sort of like 20 suitcases full of everything that the artist and the writer's done, and go, sign these now because they're going to be on eBay tomorrow morning. It's basically, I think, to stop those sort of people. But yeah, there was one person, and I don't know if anybody else has said anything about this. I know Mahoney mentioned this, and My Butter One mentioned this on My Butter One's video that he put up, that they both done together on his channel. Neil Adams, I didn't get his signature, and the main reason why I didn't get his signature was because he was charging. He was charging £20 for a signature. Now, you could bought one of his pictures that he done, one of his prints that he had there for the con, and he would have signed that for you, or signed those prints for you if you wanted him to, no problem, free of charge. But you had to buy a print of him. Now, I understand that these guys have got to make some money as well. They're there not just to do sketches for us and to sign things, and they are there to make money, you know. And I understand that there's, you know, it's a business at the end of the day. But £20, seriously, £20 for a signature? I mean, I thought after that I went up to Bob Layton and I thought, I'm worried, and that's why one of the reasons why I went, oh, sorry, sorry to disturb you, to Bob Layton, because I was worried he was going to go, yeah, no worries, man, that's going to be £25 or 15 quid or whatever. And I was like, but luckily enough, nobody else charged. I think, well, I know it. get a signature, to get a ticket to get a signature for Garth Ennis, you had to buy an Avatar press comic, but you could have bought anything on there. You could have bought the comics that Garth Ennis had anything to do with. You could have bought any of the comics. I'll show you what comic I picked up to get my ticket for Garth Ennis, and it was more. It wasn't so much to go into the pocket of Garth Ennis. It was to raise awareness of Avatar press. No problem with that. I picked up a comic that I was interested in getting in any case. Had a nice chat with the guy as well who was on there, who was selling the stuff and everything. Really nice bloke. Talked about the new Alan Moore book that's coming out in May, I think it was. And yeah, really nice. And I can understand, buy something from us, we'll give you a ticket, and then you can have something signed by Garth Ennis. I've not really got a problem with that because they weren't saying you need to spend X amount of money. I think I spent £3 on a comic book, so not too bad. Got some signatures. Neil Adams, all his prints were £20, or I think it was 5 prints for. I'm sure it was like something like 5 prints for £50, or something like that, or £20 each, or so many prints for X amount of money. And I was thinking, so if I buy one print, it's going to cost me 20 quid, and I'll get him to sign for it. But if I've got something here which I've already bought and paid for, and I want him to sign for it, I'm still going to have to pay 20 quid. I was like, nah, sorry, no. I've got loads of respect for the guy. I know he's a fantastic artist, and I wouldn't have anybody say anything against him per se, but I personally can't afford to pay £20 just for somebody to go, hi, how's it going, have a little chat, and then go, there you go, thanks a lot, bye bye. If I'd have known that they were charging £20 for Neil Adams' signature, I might have been able to sort it out so I could have bought a bit of extra cash to then splash that sort of cash and go, well, I know it's going to be I'm going to be charged for this, so I'll take some extra money. But they didn't, so I didn't get Neil Adams' signature, unfortunately. Like I said, nothing against the guy, not bad mouthing or anything. I just think it was at least a bit to sort of like spring that on you. At least it was sprung on me anyway. I don't know if anybody else who went to LSCC knew about it, but there you go. Anyway, I've dwelled on that too much. Let's go to the comments, see what you guys got to say about anything really. Let's have a look. Oh, I need a bit of a drink of water actually. Right, we've got one more comment by the looks of it. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. Marty Hordell. Talking about the Wales Comic Con in April at Wrexham, North Wales. He says, I will be getting Al Ewing to sign Volume 2 of Marvel's Family Business. Also, I'm hoping that they get Jonathan Ross again so I can get him to sign my Turf Trade comic. I was trying to figure out why they had Jonathan Ross back at LSCC this year. And it's because the trade paperback for Revenge has come out. Because there was people picking that up and buying that and getting them to sign it. So that's why, because I was sitting there thinking, he hasn't got anything. I don't understand why Jonathan Ross is there for. Well, he is, but he's got nothing to advertise like last year with Revenge. I know he likes comic books in any case, and he likes to go to these sort of things when he can. So maybe he sort of like thought, well, seeing I'm going there, I might as well, make myself busy in that whilst I'm not sort of wandering around or whatever. I don't know, but it was because the Revenge trade paperback came out. So yeah, you never know. He might actually turn up because he was a late guest on LSCC. He wasn't mentioned on the guest list for LSCC until about 3 weeks before, maybe 4 weeks before the actual event. So it's completely possible that he might turn up. I hope he does, because I think it'd be great. You know, it'd be really cool if you can get your turf trade paperback signed. That'd be brilliant. And I hope you enjoy it as well. Really do. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed LSCC. Let's have a look. What else we got? Okay. No more comments just yet. If you guys, I know it's a Sunday night in the UK, and there's a lot of people here who are sort of like going to be going to work tomorrow morning. So you know, it's a bit of a pain sort of thing doing it on a Sunday night. But I was knackered last night after going to the con, so that's why it's tonight. So I understand if there's not many people viewing this now, but if you want to make any comments, comment section down below. Be fantastic to see get a bit of to and fro going. And if you're watching this whilst this has gone up and it's recorded and it's already on YouTube, and you're watching this a couple of days later or a week later or however long later, maybe 100 years later, put a comment in the comment section down below. Even if it's 100 years later, I will find a way to comment back to you. How's that sound? Can't say fairer than that. Right. What have we got here? I'm going to go for the gifts that people gave me at LSCC by the people from the YouTube comic book community, the fantastic people from the YouTube comic book community. Now, I had no idea a lot of this stuff was coming. In fact, I only know that one of them was coming because Mahoney messaged me and said, "Dude, have you got this?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "We have now." So I knew Mahoney was bringing me something, which is absolutely awesome. Really was awesome. And he said it was because of the videos that I do, and the fact that he enjoys watching the videos that I do, and that's brilliant. I really do like to hear people say they enjoy my videos. I do this for fun. You know, I don't do this for fame or money or free comics or, you know, to get subscribers or so I can sort of like set fire to parts of my body, you know, for the, you know, I do this because it's fun, and I've met a lot of really cool people doing these videos, and also in the group as well. Met some fantastic people on there, so it's really nice when somebody, even if it's somebody that I know, like Mahoney, but it's really nice when somebody sort of like says to me, "Oh, I really enjoy watching your videos. I think they're really cool. You know, thank you very much." You know, it sort of makes it worthwhile. It's nice to know that somebody else is having fun with something that I'm having fun doing. It's great. It's really great. So anyway, this is the comic that he gave us. It's World's Finest number 192. There you go. And that's about as much as I know about this comic. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's a fantastic cover. Look at that. Now, I'm going to say what it's at. It's got, if you can't read it, it says Superman says, "Please, I'm starving. Since I lost my superpowers, I need more food than this to stay alive." And I'm going to do it in a German accent because he looks like he's a German officer. And here he goes, "How dare you complain, Superman? You and Batman are convicted spies. Just be thankful you got life imprisonment instead of the firing squad." It does look like he's German. Look at him. He's German. So there you go. So that's what it says there. It says, "Featuring the prison of no escape." So yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, Mahoney. This is a fantastic comic. Really, really brilliant. It's one of those things that I'm going to look back on in the future, and I'm going to say, I was bought that by some fantastic guy. It really was. And I hope I hope, even though you're all the way down there and I'm all the way up here, I hope that we manage to stay friends for a long time, possibly even longer than that. I really do, because you're just awesome. Really are. So yeah, there you go. World's Finest 192. That's a great cover. Really is awesome cover. Now, Michael, hi man, how are you? He's commented down in the comment section already, and I've already read his comment out. He is a extremely patient guy. a few months ago, well, more than a few months ago, possibly even almost a year ago, I had a little competition on my channel where I said, pick a number between blah, 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 which corresponds to my comic boxes. And if the person who chooses that number, the person whose number I pull out of a hat, I will give them a prize. And it was something like, I think it was like 10 or 12, it's like 10 or 12 random comics that I had in the collection that I like put together as a pack and then sent them to him. I didn't send them to him, unfortunately. I've been constantly, every single month, I've been constantly sitting there going, I've got to send that package off to Michael. And then something's come up and I haven't been able to afford to send it to him. It's a bit, I know it's a bit of a lame excuse, because I could have easily gone, I'm not going to buy a comic and I'm going to send that to him. But he is an extremely, extremely patient guy. And finally, at the con, I met up with him again. It was a long time since I've seen him. I've chatted with him on Facebook and on the group and everything like that. Again, he's another one of those awesome people that I've met through doing this and from the YCC group. So I gave him his prize, plus I gave him a couple of issues of the Woods that I had doubles of, to help him along with getting a complete set up to, or at least a current set of the Woods from Boom Studios. And he turned around and he says, "Oh, you know, I don't know what you've got in your collection and that, or what you're collecting." I'm not the easiest person to buy for, I'll admit. But I saw these and I picked these up because I thought you like them. And I looked at it, I was like, yeah, cool, awesome. I remember reading these I said to him as well, I remember reading these from when they were just Chaos comics. And he said, they're a little bit edgy, they're a little bit, you know, strong. I said, yeah, they were when they were just published by Chaos. It's Purgatory, and we got #1 there. Really beautiful cover. And then you've got, and I like this cover. If you know me, you know why I like this cover. #2. There you go. That is a beautiful cover. It really is. So yeah, I haven't read these yet because, like I said, I just haven't had the time to. But thank you so much, Michael. Really cool. Really appreciate this. And like I said, I hope that the comics that you finally won, I did put a few more comics in there as well, as a sort of a apology for not sending you in due time. But yeah, I hope the comics that you've got in the ones that I gave you, I hope they're all right for you as well. So awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. And another member of the YCC and another member of the YouTube comic book community we've got here as well, Chris. I won't say your last name because I don't like saying people's last names, just in case you end up getting stalked by sex-crazed women stalkers that like just want to rip your clothes off and ravish you to death. Maybe I should say your last name. No, I won't say your last name. But he's just started up an internet comic shop, and he had a competition where, if you remember the YCC and you met up with him and you saw him at LSCC, he had prizes for you. I think it was, you had to take a picture of him with his shop's logo on it, post it up on the Facebook, and then you got a prize. He said that the members of the YCC admin who were going through LSCC were not allowed to take part in this because, one, he knew that everybody who was going there from the admin was going in a big group sort of thing, and everybody was meeting up, and two, he'd already bought things for those people as a thank you for the videos we do and for creating the YCC as well. So this is what I mean. This is great. It's something that we're all having fun doing and having fun creating and everything, and people are enjoying it as well. It's brilliant. And again, he's another one who said, I don't know what you've got because you've got a lot of stuff, so I hope you haven't got this. And I haven't. I haven't. And I will say this again, and I don't care, because I think it's quite funny actually that people say, I don't know what you've got because you've got so many comics, so I hope you haven't got this. I don't have every single comic that's ever been published ever. I know a lot about it, and I might have read quite a few of them, but I don't actually own every single comic. So, you know, but it's really nice when people, I like it actually when people think seem to think I own every single comic that's ever been printed. It's great. It gives me sort of like, you know, it bigs me up a bit in the sort of like the comic book stake sort of thing. I'm nowhere near the guy who's got the world's biggest comic book collection, which I think it's on like about 96,000 comics. I think it's something to do with that. Oh, I wish. The girlfriend might not, but I do. Anyway, Chris very graciously got me this, and it's the what is it? It's the Blitzkrieg cover edition of Uber issue 1. This is the sketch variant. There you go. That's just a little bit of magic tape that he wrote my name on, because he had, like he said, so many prizes and so many presents for people that he had to write everybody's name on it. But there you go. How awesome is that? That's really cool. Thank you so much, Chris. I do feel bad. I know you said that you got it for us because as a thank you for the videos that I do and for, you know, stuff on the YCC and that, but I do feel bad that I didn't get you something as well. So, but yeah, that is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And finally, you saw one of the presents that Adam bought me, my butter one got me, which was the variant cover for Revenge #1. He also picked up this as well, and I don't think I've got this. If I have got this, this is a better quality version of the one I've got. I think if I have it, it's got a Comag sticker on there. I hate Comag. One day I might talk about them on a video. This is not the time, because I haven't got time to. I've got shed loads more comics to show you guys. But yeah, so he originally bought this with a load of other comics from one of the stalls at the convention, and he's like, I'm not too sure if I've got this or not. So he bought it, and then he found out that he did, and he was like, dude, have you got this? I was like, I don't think I have. Thinking in my head, I don't think I have, but if I have, it's going to be a worse quality copy than the one you've got there. And he's like, oh, okay, man, you can have this one. And I was like, dude, seriously, cool, that's awesome. So, I mean, there were some amazing people in this group, in this community, and it's Amazing Spider-Man 388 shiny cover. See it, shiny cover. There you go. So yeah, that is awesome. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, I feel a bit emotional now. Well, that could be wind. Anyway, should we go to comments? Let's go to comments, because I don't think we're doing too badly actually. What was that? 23, 24. So about an hour. That's not too bad. Let's have a look. Ooh, 14 comments. We've got a few more people come on. Robotech 00, dude, you guys are lucky. I haven't seen Ian Churchill come to any con close to me. I would love to meet him. He's a really nice guy, really is. If you're following me on Twitter, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, or if you're part of the YCC group, you'll see a picture that I had taken from a very nice guy. I don't know if you're watching this. I didn't actually tell you that about the group on my YouTube channel. But if you're watching this, Paul, the guy that I met in the lineup for the Ian Churchill and Jonathan Ross signing, thank you again for using my mobile phone to take the picture of me with Ian Churchill and Jonathan Ross. As I was saying, there's a picture of me with Ian Churchill and Jonathan Ross up on either Twitter, Facebook, or the YCC group page on Facebook. So yeah, and yeah, Ian Churchill was absolutely brilliant. I spoke to him about his Marine Man. Supposedly somewhere in the near future there's supposed to be another Marine Man series coming out. And yeah, Jonathan Ross is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant, really nice guy. Again, it's one of those people that you just want to sort of turn around to and say, yeah, dude, let's go down to the pub and have a few drinks and just have a few pints with him. You'd like that. Obviously you wouldn't be able to, because he's a celebrity and he'll end up getting mobbed by people, in the pub, but it'd be nice to be able to do something like that. Well, I think it would anyway. Let's have a look. Drawing board, caught a live show. Woo! Love your vids, mate. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you very much. Like I said, it's really nice to know that something I'm having fun doing is also being enjoyed by other people as well. It's great. It's a buzz. It really is. It's a real buzz. Let's have a look. I think I should show a third one. My hotel, my handshake, my cards, on board. I'll go again. Pierce, my summer, my honey check. What about the Black Girl thing? Ben Boswick, Protect. It's weird. There's got 14 comments, but it's not showing all of them. Okay, yes it is. Oh well. If you've commented previously and I haven't read it out, I apologise. I will probably get to it again in a minute. But if you want to comment on anything you've seen here, on just to say hi, hi, then comment section down below. I do like this interaction with the viewers and that and you guys. It's nice. Nice. Right. Should we get back to the comics? Sorry. Get back to the comics. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? I did have a plan, but yeah. Greatest plans of laying it all. I know what I'm gonna do. I'll show you the stuff. In LSCC, you get a gift bag, and in the gift bag, it's a copy of the program, a couple of free comics, and some like advertising cards and everything. This is the gift bag you get from LSCC. This is the one you got from this year anyway. Yeah, that's got a few adverts on the back for people there. And then inside it, you get. I got that, which was like a card for Midtown Comics, 25% off any purchase online. Which is quite nice. There's that one, and then there was another one here. Oh, a little pamphlet for CGC. Action Comics 9.0. Yeah, and there you go. There's that there, and then there's that. I got a good copy of the program. There you go. Really nice Valiant Entertainment Bloodshot cover there. And on the back you've got Daredevil. Or is it Spike? No, it's Daredevil. It's Daredevil. There you go. So there's that there. Also, I've got a slightly damaged program as well, because that was the one that I was trying to read the map inside and then trying to figure out where everybody was. So that one got a bit scrambled. And then you got these two comics. I've already got this one, but that's fine. It was free. Before Watchmen, Morlock, #1. There you go. So there's that there. And then this one here. Now, it's very nice to get this comic. Lexian Chronicles Full Circle 8AA. But I saw what cover My Butter 1 had, and I wanted that one because it had a nice sexy lady on the front cover. And who doesn't like nice sexy ladies on one of their comic book covers? I don't know anybody who does. Doesn't. But yeah, so there's that there as well. That was free. Lexian Chronicles Full Circle issue #8AA. I have no idea what the AA represents. That might just be the actual cover. It's like, cover A, cover B, cover C, cover D. I think I got one of these last year, or at least a copy of a Lexian Chronicles. So yeah, that's not too bad for free. And then when you walked into the venue, they were just thrusting these in your hand. It was like, hi, you're right, here you go. Like, thank you. So that's pretty cool. Free issue of Starburst, issue 410. There you go, with the Game of Thrones on the front there. So, looking forward to reading that when I finally run out of comics to read. Right. Oh, there's a few bits and pieces as well. Blackgate comics. There you go. They were handing them out when we were stood in the queue. So there you go. Blackgate comics. Bit of free advertising there. There you go. What if I get some free comics from them? I'm joking. And then we've got the NICE Con 2015. Was this the one? Where is this? I saw somebody saying that they were going to go to this. I can't remember who it was. Bedford Corn Exchange. It in Bedford Corn Exchange. And I looked at it, I was like, I'm tempted to go because Brian K. Vaughan's going to it. And I was going to get one of my issues of Saga #1 signed by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples when I get a chance to get them both to do it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to make it because where I am, Bedford's a long way away, and also it's sort of the price of getting another ticket as well. So I'm sure there's going to be a con like an LSCC where Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples are going to both be there, and I'm going to take that issue of Saga #1. I'm going to get the ish signed out of it big time by them. Oh yes. That's something else they gave you. Nice little wristband, which mine's completely turned into papier mâché. That's not too bad. I think that's it for the freebies. Yeah, I think that's it for the freebies. If I show you what these ones are here, that back one actually might give you a bit of an idea of what these are. I picked up some comics, some new comics from there, and some variant covers from comics. Now I mentioned, I name dropped John Paul Kamath's name a moment ago when I was talking about getting stuff signed by him for London Horror Comic issue 4. He also has a new comic out called Graveyard Orbit, which is brilliant. It's more of a comedy genre comic than a horror comic. But he's got the first 2 issues out now, and if you want to buy them, you can actually go to his website, which is graveyardorbit.com, and I believe you can buy them from there. But there you go. This is the first issue of that. Really nice. It is really funny comic, and it does remind me of the Justice League from when Keith Giffen and J.M. DeMatteis was writing it in the mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s sort of time. Yeah, that sort of thing. Really, really good comic. He's also signed it up there to Mark. Cool. So that's the first issue, and then we've also got the second issue, which is there. That is a really cool cover. And again, I apologise the fact that I can't remember the guy who done the artwork for this. And I will say I'm extremely embarrassed. But there you go. And there's John Paul's signature up there. And this is issue 2 of Graveyard Orbit. Really good. He said this one, I haven't had a chance to read this one yet, but he said this one is more, it's sort of like a loving, it's like a roast, if you will, of Hellblazer and John Constantine and that, with a female character in that sort of place. So that's pretty cool. There's that. And then also, he's also got the second print of London Horror Comics issue 3, I think it was. Issue 3? Yeah. Second print of issue 3 of London Horror Comic, which was that one there. And I had to get that because now I've got the complete set of all the comics that he's gone. And yeah, I'm a happy bunny now. Plus, as well as that is a pretty cool cover. So there you go. And again, signed at the top there. So yeah, great stuff. Really good comics as well. Really are. Not just saying that because I know the guy. Well, I only met him last year at LSCC, and I've only sort of spoken to him a few times on Twitter and Facebook and all that. But he's a really nice guy, and he actually watches my videos as well, which is great. That's even better. So yeah, so London Horror Comic, Graveyard Orbit. Google it, go to the website, buy them. You will not be disappointed. Seriously, won't be disappointed. Let's have a look. What else we got? I spoke a bit about Mr. Wolf giving us a hand with picking up some variant covers from London's the con. Now there was a variant cover, London Super Comic Con variant cover for Ninjak #1, and he graciously purchased it for me with his account that he's got with that the getting the tickets and that, and then obviously I gave him the money back for it. So I've got him there. But yeah, so this is the London Super Comic Convention's Ninjak #1 variant cover. How cool is that? That's really cool. The really weird thing was that on the LSCC website, has beautiful interior. That's the first time I've actually opened this comic. That's some beautiful artwork on there. Valiant have got some amazing artists on their books, I tell you. Yes, when on the website when I went to order it, they said it was like A3 size. I was like, that's going to be a bloody big comic. But I think they must have got it wrong, because I think they were selling prints of this as well. So I think somebody must have got a bit excited on their website and gone, everything's A3 and done like that. But yeah, so Ninjak #1, the LSCC variant for that. And then I also picked up, now this was, for what I knew, this was supposed to be out Wednesday just gone, on the 11th. Yeah, the 11th of March. But it wasn't anywhere to be seen. And I think, like a lot of the Titan comics that come out, the Doctor Who ones, they are delayed by about a month. I don't know why, but there you go. So I managed to pick this up, and I also got it signed. I believe it's signed by the cover artist, and also I think it's the interior artist or writer. Or is it all the same guy? Hang on a second, let me just. But anyway, it's been signed anyway. It's got 2 signatures on it, and this is the New Adventures with the 9th Doctor, Doctor Who issue 1, the first issue, the London Super Comic Con and Forbidden Planet variant cover. There you go. I do have a print, an A3 print of this cover as well, which is also signed by the cover artist. But it's not here. It's at my Butterwell's house, because the one I had, I ended up rolling up and trying to stick in the side of the bag. Starting to get a little bit meh. So I asked Mahoney if I could stick it in with his prints that he had, because he had a nice plastic wallet that he brought with him in that. And he very graciously allowed me to stick it in there with him, with his stuff in that. So yeah, that's waiting for me down with Adam's place to pick that up. But yeah, really cool. Really looking forward to reading that one as well. What else do we got? This is the comic that I bought from Avatar Press, so I could get the ticket for my comics to get signed by Garth Ennis, and it's Dark Gods #1 regular cover. There you go. That's pretty cool. Like a giant, like Cthulhu sort of. Well, it's not actually a Cthulhu creature, is it? It's definitely sort of like a Lovecraftian sort of like sea monster coming out of the water there, eating people and destroying things on a rampage. So yeah, again, this is one of those ones that I was sort of like, I was thinking, actually, you know, I was contemplating on getting it in any case, but then other stuff come along. So when they said, "Oh, you've got to buy something," I was like, "Yeah, okay, fine, I'll have that one then." So there you go, got that. Really cool. Plus, was that it got me some comics signed by Garth Ennis, and I could meet the man myself, which is really cool. And I know I've already got the normal cover to Spider-Gwen #2, but I saw this and I thought, for the price that they were asking for, I was like, yeah, I'm never going to get that price on like eBay or any other sort of place, so I'm going to pick this up now. And I really do like this cover. Trying to see who it is who done the artwork in that, and it's written there and probably in plain English, but I can't read it at the moment because my eyes are a bit. It's the variant cover. It's the Midtown Comics, actually, Midtown Comics variant edition of Spider-Gwen #2, and it's just a really nice cover. Really is. I love that cover. Really cool cover. They did have the sketch cover of that, which was slightly more cooler because it was a sketch cover. But yeah, this was like £7, and the sketch cover was £10. I was like, I get, you know, for £3 less, I get colour. So, but yeah, that is a really nice cover. I really like that. Darren, if you're watching, have you got that one? I'm sure you have. You've got all the covers like that. And then, sorry, something's just falling on my foot down here. It's a very small place. Finally, I have no idea about what this comic is about. I have no idea who's produced it, who's drawn it, or whatever. I think it, well, looks of it, it's a Kickstarter book. The guys that were there were selling it for £1, and it's called Bragnok, I believe. I think I've said that right. Bragnok Genesis Prologue. So it's a few pages. It looked quite interesting. So there you go. So I picked that up, and I think that was possibly the last comic I bought at the con. With the last few sort of like pennies I had in my pocket, I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I have a look?" Yeah, no worries. I flicked through it. I was like, "Yeah, it's not too bad." Okay. I said, "Yeah, okay, I'll have a copy." He was like, "Yeah, well, that's £1, man." I was like, "Cool, yeah, good. Nice one." So there you go. There we go. And then that's the interior artwork's quite nice, actually. It's a real sort of like, it's quite dark, but it's, where was it? There was something else. There you go. That's the interior artwork in there. So yeah, quite nice. There you go. So that's just like the newest stuff that I got from LSCC, and I will show you my. Do you want me to show you my sketch in a moment? I'll check the comments. Do you want me to show my sketch? It's like when I come back from the comments, or do you want me to show my sketch a bit later on? Because I want to show my sketch in a minute. I want to show my sketch actually, but I'll just go and check the comments. So hopefully there's going to be loads of comments, and it'll give you a chance to decide whether you want me to show it now or show it in a bit. Oh, 18. Ha. Not that there's 18 comments, but sorry, I'll be on the floor there. Robotech00 commenting on the Mahoney Show's comment about oh no, sorry, hang on a second. I think it was the Mahoney Show. Sorry, dude, I think I missed out your comment from last time. That's why I was saying there was 14 comments, but there wasn't any new comments coming up, so I think your one just come up now. Mahoney Show says, "Thank you for the kind words, man. It means a lot coming from you. As long as there's air in my lungs, you will always be a good friend to me." Cool, man. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I know we don't sort of like comment. I know we don't sort of like talk with each other a lot on Facebook or over the internet and that. And the only time I actually do see you is if we go somewhere like comic shopping, like we used to do, or at the LSCC and that. But you know, to me, a friend is somebody who you don't have to communicate with every single day. You don't have to sort of like, be knowing every little detail of what's happening in their life every second of every day. A friend to me is somebody that you might not see them for months or maybe even years, but you either get chatting with them at some point and you meet up, and it's just like the last day that you saw each other. It's almost like you've just sort of bumped into each other the very next day, and everything just falls to place. You get on well with each other, and that's what a friend is to me. It's somebody that you get on with and no matter how many times a day or a year you see them, you still get on with them when you see them again, and that's what I think real friendship is about. So yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, and Robotech00 commenting on Mahoney Show's comment says, seems like a lot of us made some friends for life at the YCC, and that's cool. That is really cool. I think that's true, and yeah, and I hope we have. I really do hope we have, because like I said, I enjoy doing these videos, and it is real nice that you've got people who enjoy watching the videos as much as I enjoy making them. But I have made a load of friends doing this as well, not just in the UK, in Canada, in America, in Australia, in New Zealand, in not so much Japan, because I don't think this actually airs in Japan, but anybody in Japan who wants to sort of like say hi, it'd be great. I almost have a complete set. Like United Colours of Benetton, like YouTube channel. So look, what else we've got? Vintomania just stumbled onto your channel. I hope you're having fun. This is a live channel. This is a live haul video that I do every now and then, just to show what comics I've had. And it looks like from your picture you like comics, so that's great. Thank you for coming. Thank you for just stumbling across my channel. Sit down, relax, kick back, have a few drinks, and enjoy the show. And if you want to comment on anything you see me show you here, then feel free to do so. It'd be great if you could. Thank you. Let's have a look. Stacey Gallagher. Was there any new Image stuff mentioned? Any Walking Dead stars there? I don't think there was. I personally, I didn't go there for any Walking Dead stuff. I know there were some people dressed up as zombies that looked like they had been in the Walking Dead TV series. And I know that, and Adam's gonna shoot me for not remembering the guy's name. The guy who's the artist for Walking Dead comic book, he was there doing signings and that. I can't remember his name. But yeah, he was there signing, but I don't think there was anybody actually there who had anything to do with the TV series. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I didn't really go there for Walking Dead stuff and that. And as for new Image stuff mentioned, I didn't actually go to any of the sit down chatty bits that they do in certain areas of on the floor. I didn't really go for that because I was too busy going around going signatures, comics, cosplayers. Oh, what? Yeah, as I usually do manically when I go into these sort of things. Yeah, but there might have been somebody who was there that saw some new stuff from Image, or anyone from the Walking Dead TV series. I didn't see anybody, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. Robotech Zero. Surprised you didn't get the Coven signed. That's another good one Churchill did. I'm going to have to check out that Miracle Worker comic. Coven signed? The Coven. I do have some comics called The Coven. I'm trying to remember it now. I think I can see I can see it in my head. The picture of the cover. In all honesty, I got done because it was a one signature, and it's done. Everybody's signature for that comic now, which is Ian Churchill. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons. Plus, about that, I really enjoyed the comic, and it's a nice sort of like, hey dude, look, this is one that you did. Can you sign it for me? Sort of thing. But yeah, the Coven sign. I probably didn't even realise it was done by him, to tell you the truth, man. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So look, what else we got here? think that's it for the comments. Yeah, I'll just refresh it like that because I want to drink of water. Okay, no new comments yet, but if you want to comment down below, even if you just want to have a chat, if you don't mind me reading out your little chats between each other that you're going to have, feel free to do so down the bottom there. Or if you want to comment on anything you see here, great. To I don't know. I'm not the person who knows everything about these comics, so if you know something about a comic that I show, feel free to say something about it. Now, nobody actually mentioned about the sketch that I've got here that I had done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you. Okay, it is an awesome sketch. Last year I got. Let's see if I can pick it up without. Last year I got this done. This absolutely fantastic Judge Anderson and Zatanna sketch done by Hui Trong. And again, as always, I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong, man. I am terrible at pronouncing names, as long as it ain't something like Smith or Brown or Jones or anything like that. So, but yeah, really nice sketch, really awesome sketch. It was almost like, I described what I wanted on there, on the sketch, who I wanted on the sketch, how I wanted it drawn, and what I wanted happening in the sketch, and he done it. This is exactly like it would have looked like if I'd have drawn it myself, if I could actually draw. Seriously. So yeah, so this is what I got from him last year. Okay, and this is what I got him to do. This is what I got him to do this year. Now I went up to him and I had a little chat to him. I said, "Oh, you probably don't remember. I got you to do a Judge Anderson Zatanna sketch last year. I'm not expecting him to remember every single sketch he's done, but I said I was really happy with it, and I thought I'd come back this year and see you and see if you could do us another sketch if you're doing commissions." He's like, "Yeah, no worries. Definitely, I'm doing commissions and that." So I said, "Right, well," he said, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "Well, I want two characters." And I was sitting there thinking, what two characters can I have in a sketch done by Hui Trong? He's you can see he's a really good artist. He knows how to draw a really good female figure, character in that. And I was like, who can I have? And I didn't want two characters from the same universe. I wanted to like a mashup like that, a universal mashup. So you've got the Judge Dredd 2000 AD sort of like universe with DC universe. And I was thinking, I know what I was going through, and I was trying to get it so it was like a good pairing. So it would be sort of like Black Widow or somebody who was like a female, but the DC version of Black Widow or something like that. And I was like, who can I get? And I thought, I know, Power Girl and She-Hulk, because I like both those characters. She-Hulk definitely. I've always liked the She-Hulk character, and I thought, how can I give this a bit of a twist? Instead of him just sitting there going, okay, I can draw you Power Girl and She-Hulk, and there's two pictures of Power Girl and She-Hulk. So I said, right, can you draw me Power Girl and She-Hulk? He was like, yeah, I can do that, no problem at all. I said, but the thing is, I want to have Power Girl in She-Hulk's outfit and She-Hulk in Power Girl's outfit, and I want it to be sort of like, Power Girl sort of like basically wearing something relatively normal. She-Hulk is now in Power Girl's outfit, and she's sort of like, how the hell do you wear this sort of thing? Look at it's most impractical, possibly the most impractical thing around. And he's like, yeah. He goes, oh yeah, so like swap over the clothes and that, and each other's costume. And I was like, yeah, exactly like that. He's like, yeah, no worries, man. And he took my number and that to get in contact with me when it was ready and that. So I went back at the end of the day to see if he was there, and when he was at his stall, he showed me this, and my jaw, I could actually feel my jaw going, boom. and my mouth just falling open when I saw it. And I think the best thing was the look on his face, because he saw that I was happy, no, ecstatic of what he did with my idea, and that he's just like beaming from ear to ear, and he's like, "You like it?" I was like, "Yes, it's brilliant." So here it is. It's Power Girl and She-Hulk. But obviously, somewhere around along the line of them sort of like transferring to each other's universe, their costumes somehow got swapped. So there you go. And I really do hope that this camera does this justice, because it is such an awesome picture. And if I can get a bit closer on that. There you go. That's just such an awesome picture. Really is. I'm going to leave it on the screen for a bit longer, because in fact I'm going to, because it's something to look at. It's a lot much more nicer to look at than my face. So there you go. So there you go. That's it. Awesome. I really do. I mean, I know you've got the big names there, like Dave Gibbons and Brian Boland and JR and Neil Adams and blah 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 blah, and everybody's going, "Oh no, I want to get a sketch from them." But seriously, it's the guys in Artist Alley that I think do the best work, because they actually sort of sit there and give your artwork a chance. You know, give it a lot of time to do it. So yeah. I'm not saying how much I spent on it, but the amount of money I spent on it was worth it. Every single penny. It really was. I will be going. I'm going to be spending from now until next LSCC trying to rack my brains of what 2 characters I can get him to draw for the next picture that I want him to draw, because I think this is, as long as he's going to LSCC, I think this is going to be one of those yearly things that I do. It's going to be so like, well, I've got birthday money. All right, okay. Well, this is what you bought me for my birthday money. So yeah, that's cool. I'm going to put that down now, because in fact I'm going to put it up here, somewhere. Let's put it there. Can you see that there? Just in front of Batgirl. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to be covering it now, aren't I? But there you go. Anyway, there you go. So there you go. That was my sketch that I got from Hoi Trong, and there's his card there. I shall put a link once this is up, and probably tomorrow morning I'll come back on and I'll put a link up to all his stuff and that on there. But yeah, really cool, and a really nice guy as well. Really, really awesome guy. Let's have a quick look at the comments. I'm not expecting any new comments yet, but you never know. And no more comments. Nothing just yet. Like I said, if you guys want to say about what you see here, if I've got any information you know I'm wrong, in the comment section down below, because I don't know everything. I really don't. In a second, I've got a thing that's popped up on Google. That's just to tell me that other people have commented that I've already read their comments out by. So yeah, feel free to comment section down below if you want to say, even if you just want to say hi. Right, and we're still on air. That's good. Right, I've got a lot of comments to do. That's not too bad. We could be going for about another 3-hour one here. Hopefully not, but there you go, you never know. Right. I think I bought comics from about, I only bought comics from about 2, 3, 4, about 5 stalls. Old comics, I mean, you know, sort of back issues from about 5 stalls. I'm not going to say how much I spent on each comic, because I'm really not in it for the monetary thing. Some of them you might see how much I spent on it, because it's going to have the price on the cover of it in any case. But they're going to be in sort of like in price range from the cheapest to the most expensive one that I bought. Oh, sorry, got your nose. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into pricing, because to me, it's not about how much they're worth or how much I'm going to get from later on. It's whether they're interesting or not, you know, as a comic, and whether the cover grabs my imagination and makes me go, I want to get that. Plus, as well as that, the fact that some of them were 50p now, some of them were £1 was a big sort of factor in it. But hey ho. So yeah, so these are in roughly no particular order. I think I've got them in some kind of alphabetical order, but other than that, nothing really amazing. I think I've got all the Marvels together, all the DCs together, and then all the like independents together and that. So we'll start off with this little lot here. I got these like first 15 from one seller, and yeah, really happy with what I picked up from them. I probably could have bought more if I had more money. I really could have done, but hey ho. First up, we have got X Factor Special Prisoner of Love by Jim Starlin and Jackson Guice. I think I said that. There you go. Nice little prestige format book there. Too bad. We have a copy of Thunderbolts number 71. Ninchanga and Garcia and Bay. There you go. And like I said, it just grabbed my attention. The cover just grabbed my attention, and I thought, yeah, why not? Go for that. Another one that grabbed my attention for some reason, Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, issue 3. I think I've got a couple of these issues in any case, so yeah, it sort of fit in with the rest of the series I've got of this. But yeah, something about that cover just grabbed me. Can't think why. Maybe it was the explicit content, parental advisory, explicit content thing on there. I don't know. Nice clouds in the background as well. It's like nice purpley, pinky clouds in the background. So there you go. There's that. And I've got the Mighty Thor number 475, celebrating the 475th issue. Although it's not actually the 475th issue of Thor. But there you go. There you go. Really cool cover, that one. Really nice. What have we got? Got some Marvel 2-in-1s, which was the old team-up book that Marvel had in the early 80s, early to mid 80s. It teamed up the Thing with a character from the Marvel universe. And we've got Marvel 2-in-1 number 18, the Thing and the Scarecrow. UK pence variant there. That sort of thing used to bug me. I always used to try and get the American cover, you know, the American price variant covers. Nowadays, it doesn't bother me. If I get like a run of, say, Marvel 2-in-1, they've got the British pence variant cover on the front of it, and then I get an American cent cover on it. That doesn't really bother me nowadays. I still like to get the American cent covers more, but if I can get a British one and it's going to have exactly the same stuff inside it, apart from, you know, the British pence sign instead of an American cent sign, it doesn't bother me now. Marvel 2-in-1 31, The Thing, Alone Against the Mystery Menace. There we go. And it's if you can't read that, it says, "Cripes, it can't be. They changed my gal Alicia into that." Like, my sweetheart, my killer. So yeah, had to be done. Marvel 2-in-1 31. And again, Marvel 2-in-1 number 77, The Thing and the Macabre Man Thing, As I Lay Me Down to Die. There you go. Sweet. And also, plus Ben Grimm fighting side by side with Nick Fury and his Howling Commandos. All this and World War II. Down there. That's what it says down there. So yeah, it's a really cool cover. Really like it. I've been led to believe this is number 65 because I can't actually read what it says there. So I actually had to ask the girlfriend if she could read what it said there. And she says it's issue 65. And this is Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Spider-Woman. There you go. And then as a backup, we've got The Final Fate of Giant Man. There you are. Pretty cool. And then these ones I purely got for the covers. Thinking back on it, I wish I'd gone back to this seller and bought another few of the covers from this volume of the Incredible Hulk. We've got the Incredible Hulk issue 32, which has just got a fantastic painted cover depicting the origin of how Bruce Banner got his, his Hulk on, shall we say. There you go. That's a fantastic cover. Really like that there. And then we've also got the Incredible Hulk number 38, which I could have actually got John Romita Jr. to sign, but I didn't. I think this is the ones that are written by Bruce Jones. But there you go. 38. I could have picked up a load more of these. This run with John Romita Jr. artwork and Bruce Jones writing it, but I didn't. But hey ho, kicking myself just a little bit, but not too much. And we've got I think this was a 6-issue miniseries, and we've got the last 3 issues of the 6-issue miniseries of Howard the Duck. This is the Marvel Max imprint, the adult one that you just saw the Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu that came from. And this is Howard the Duck issue 4. Issue 5. And issue 6. Pretty cool. Now, if you know me, you'll know why I like this character. But I've hair in the mouth again. That's what you get from a cat with really long hair, like a walking rug. She is. I remember years and years and years ago when I used to read the Secret Wars, Marvel Superhero Secret Wars British weekly reprint comic that they had come out over here in the UK, and they had they reprinted the story arcs that crossed over into that tied into Secret Wars 2. They printed the Fantastic Four one, one where they go into the Macroverse and they fight the guy that can control people's emotions like fear, hatred, and he's the hate monger. Is that the right name? Psycho Man. That was it. The guy that lives in the Macroverse and he sort of like makes him so big and he can control people's emotions and that, and he's a big Fantastic Four enemy. Psycho Man. Sure, that's his name. Anyway, they reprinted that story arc that tied in with Secret Wars 2, and it was the first appearance of Malice, the character that Sue Storm ends up getting turned into by Psycho Man's emotion control powers, making her, turning her invisibility and making it actually more of a weapon than a defense sort of thing. I've always liked that character, Malice. It was one of those things that it's like you saw when you were younger. You're like, wow, that's actually something that's happened to that character that's changed her so much that she is no longer that person. She is something completely different. So I've got some more issues of Fantastic Four sharing here that sort of ties in with that. But I've got this one here. Now, I can't remember if I've got this one or not. I don't think I have. but there's a possibility that I might do. It's Fantastic Four 369. Now, this isn't the one of the ones that fits in with Secret Wars 2. This is actually ties in with Infinity War. And there you go. There you go. There she is, Malice. If ever there was a character that was dressed in the 80s, there she is. And it just says on there, if you can't read it, it says Susan Richards is dead. Long live Malice. There you go. Really cool cover. Really cool cover. Another comic that I picked up purely because I thought it was a cool cover, and it's got Captain America and the Wasp on the front of it. I think I've already got this comic, but I think the version I've got is completely in tatters and the cover was falling off and everything, and I think I got it given to me in a box full of comics that somebody didn't want ages ago. But this is the Avengers 340. And I think the actual drawing of the Wasp there, I think is really cool. I'd say it's a really cool cover. Simple as that, really. So there you go. There's that there. Before I go on to the next lot, let's have a look at the comments. Give me a chance to have a bit of a drink of water, and also to see if anybody's out there watching this or is awake. Let's have a look. Aha! There we go. I found you right at the bottom here. The Mahoney Show. Maybe next year you can get Black Cat flirting with Batman sketch, or Wonder Woman trying to pick up Lady Thor's hammer. That's not a bad idea, actually. Wonder Woman trying to pick up Lady Thor's hammer. Oh, so I like the sort of like the Black Cat flirting with somebody from the Batman sort of like mythos and that. I would possibly go for 2 female characters because that's just the way I am. I don't care. Maybe, see, I've seen loads of pictures of Black Cat and Catwoman. Maybe Black Cat flirting with Batwoman, or Batwoman flirting with Black Cat. Maybe. I do like the idea of Wonder Woman trying to pick up Lady Thor's hammer. I do like that one. Yeah, I'll have to make a note of that in my little black book. Excuse me, I'm going to maybe sort of write down a few ideas on the back of back of my little black book and see what. I did have an idea, but there isn't any female symbiotes I can think of that are in the DC universe, or anything that's like Venom that's a female in the DC universe. I was thinking of maybe getting them to do a sketch of something that's similar to the Venom symbiote, but it's in the DC universe, and Black Widow. But yeah, I do like that Wonder Woman one. I like that one. Yeah, cool. Thanks for that, man. I shall make a note of that, and I'll see what comes up with that, so to speak. Let's have a look. Anybody else got any ideas? Like I said, the sketch from let's say Hoitrong that I got from LSCC. I'm trying to think of what I can get him to sketch next year. 2 characters, 2 female characters, one from one comic book universe, one from another comic book universe. Doesn't have to be just Marvel or DC. If you can think of any characters that you think would look good drawn by him, and maybe it's like a sort of scenario or scene that you could have them doing, as long as it's not, it's got to be like PG-13. So nothing too, because I'm not going to go to a comic book convention. Hey, how's it going? brilliant, yeah, can you draw me this? And then watch him sort of like, you know, his ears sort of like fall off because of the thing I've just described him. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, comment section down below. Love to hear if anybody else has got any ideas of what I could get drawn next year by the guy. That'd be pretty cool. Right, oh, I've got an itchy nose again. I always get that when I do one of these live videos. Just there, I get an itch. It's really annoying. Right. Wow, I didn't realise I've got so many from this one seller. On my life, it just keeps on coming, and there's no stopping. Here we go. Right, I'm gonna do something a little bit different actually than I was gonna do it. I'll show you these ones. Now this I was gonna do it to like, you know, the amount of money that I spent on these, but that lump there that I got is from one seller, and that's quite a bit. So right, from two different sellers I got from LSCC. I got these from two different sellers. Now I don't have many Silver Age comics. I have even less Golden Age comics. So if anybody wants to buy me any Golden Age comics, it's fine. But I don't have many Silver Age comics, but I picked these ones up partly because, as far as I was concerned, they were the right price for me. Partly because I thought they were like classic covers to me, and partly because I like the cover. That was as simple as that. So I picked up these three from one seller, and I have got. They're all Silver Age. Yeah, they're all Silver Age. So from 1959 to 1972, I think it's the Silver Age. And first up, we have got Wonder Woman, number 161. So I believe is a classic cover there for Wonder Woman. Curse of Cleopatra. I said Wonder Woman is turned into a mummy by the curse of Cleopatra. So that's really cool. Really like that cover. Another Wonder Woman. This is Wonder Woman 191. And this was the era of Wonder Woman where they completely depowered her, took away her costume, gave her, for the time, modern clothing, and they thought it was going to be sort of like the big new way of doing Wonder Woman. And then, you know, and it was like a right on, and you know, this is sort of like a woman that's dressed as women were dressed nowadays, and not in not in the skimpy clothing that she was dressing beforehand. And you know, this is like this is to go with feminism and all this. And then the feminists turned around and said, "What are you doing with our Wonder Woman? You know, we liked her like she was. Stop mucking about with her." And I've actually seen interviews with Denny O'Neil where he said it was one of the worst ideas he ever come up with, and he wished he never done it because he got the whole thing completely wrong. He said you got, you know, and he said he was right. They were right. The feminists were right. They, by depowering her, by giving her a male sensei, and so basically having a man as helping her out, sort of thing. They basically took away the strength that she had by being this mystical woman who was created from Earth and imbued by the powers of the goddesses of, you know, Mount Olympus, and you know, she was raised by women from the womb of the earth, or a woman, you know, and a bit like what they've done with Wonder Woman now. They really have depowered her by saying that, well, actually no, she wasn't created by out of clay by a woman and empowered. No, she was actually Zeus's daughter. Yeah, way to depower, you know, a way to take away the power of a woman by saying, yes, basically what we sort of like said was, no, we lied. No, she actually is a product of a bloke from a Dirty Nights weekend sort of thing. But anyway, by the way, this is the new Wonder Woman, number 191. And there you go. The first time DC made a complete balls up on Wonder Woman, but they admitted it this time. They haven't admitted it this time. So there you go. Plus, it's a pretty cool cover. I like that cover. Yeah. And then we've got this one, which is Brave and the Bold, number, I want to say 60. It's possibly 61 or 62. I don't know. My eyes at this time of night aren't the best. Anyways, this is Brave and the Bold, which was another team-up book. It didn't start off as a team-up book for DC. It was almost like a tryout book for different characters. I think they had Prince Valiant in there once, and then they had other stories in each issue. And it wasn't until later on that they turned it into a superhero team-up book. And then it wasn't until later on again where they turned it into a Batman team-up book. So originally you had two different characters, two different superhero characters on the team-up book, you know, and this before they decided to make Batman the main staple of it. Golden Age Starman and the Golden Age Black Canary in a story there, fighting the Mist. That is an awesome cover. Really is a fantastic Silver Age cover there with two great Golden Age characters. I like that. I really do like that cover. That is really nice. And these, for their age, these comics aren't that bad. They're really good condition. They're not mint or near mint or very fine. I'd say they were sort of like between like fine or like good, I suppose, in that. But they're all readable, you know, really nice covers, all together and everything. Yeah, I'm happy with them. Definitely happy with them. Now I got these three from another seller. Keeping on the Brave and Bold theme, I've got and actually keeping on the Golden Age theme as well, which was I never realised until just this second. We've got the Brave and the Bold number 197. Now, the Brave and the Bold was cancelled with issue 200, which had the Modern Age Batman team up with the Golden Age Batman, which was pretty good comic actually. This one we have got the, as far as I know, we've got the Golden Age Batman teaming up with the Golden Age Catwoman. And there's, like I said, this is Brave and the Bold and the 197. There you go. That's cool. Cool cover there. So yeah, that is really nice. I do like my legacy characters and my history, my DC hero history from like Golden Age, Silver Age, and Bronze Age. It was great back in the day. Really was. They worried about continuity, but they could also write a really good story back then as well. And you know, it didn't matter what Earth the story was placed on or what version of those heroes they used. It was a really good story, and that's why I still will be happy to buy comics like this from DC even now. And this is where the New 52 just loses it as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, really cool, really liking that. And I am a big Flash fan. I really am. I've got plush toys up there. I've got glasses. I've even got a Flash ring up there somewhere. That's a little sort of like silver stainless. What's it? Silver ring. Doesn't fit me now, but still got it somewhere around there. I'm gonna have to dig it out in a bit, I think. Well, probably tomorrow morning when I wake up. But anyway, Flash fan, yes, right here. I picked up 2 issues of the Flash that I don't think I've got. I know I've got nearly a complete run of the Flash from at least 300, 350, minus a couple of issues. So I think these are the 2. So I'm hoping that these are the 2 that will complete my run of the Flash 300 to 350. And we've got Flash 328, which is cool. And also the Flash 331. Great, absolutely great Carmen Infantino artwork there. Is that Mike Giordano as well? Mike Giordano? I know that's Infantino's site signature. I'm sure that's Mike Giordano. I'm sure that's his name. But yeah, that was a great era for the Flash. That was the trial of the Flash. Awesome stuff. Really cool. Really happy to get them. Really cool. Right. Comments? Yeah, let's have a look at the comments. And I don't think there's any comment just yet, so we might just be going straight back to the comics. Fine by me. Fine by me. There we go. I take it I'm still broadcasting anyway. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, cool. Right, back to the comics. Right, all these here I got from one vendor at LSCC. Oh, so many comics. Let me just move these ones out of the way. Safely put them over here. There we go, because I'm going to need the space to move these ones around. Right. Now again, with back issues, there's very rarely, I really need to get my head in out of certain parts of my anatomy when it comes to buying sets of comics. I really need to sort of try and sort out runs of comics that I've got, because I've got bits of comics here and bits of comics there, runs, that is. So I really need to sort myself out, sort my comics out, get them in a way that I know what comics I'm missing. Because when I go to these conventions and I'm presented with boxes and boxes of different varying comics of different varying, companies and everything, I just go crazy, especially when they're not expensive. So this is why this is quite a bit of a mix and match and quite a bit of a hodgepodge actually of comic books from both DC and Marvel, but also from independent comic companies as well. So I'm going to start off with the independents first, because there ain't that many of those. And first of all, Carlton Comics really did some really nice comics, really nice horror comics in the 60s and 70s. And I picked this one up. I've got a few of these comics. I remember buying one off eBay once, purely because I loved the cover. And that was Hallowmouse's fault, because he showed the comic on one of his videos. Yeah, your fault, man. But it was a really nice cover, and I bought it off of eBay, and someone had decided it would be a great idea to cut everything out of it. It didn't cost me that much. I was like, oh, well, never mind. So I ended up finding another version of that comic, and it was all in perfect condition. So I was happy with that. The reason why I'm telling you this is because it was a Baron Werewolf comic, which is this one here, which is one of these ones here, and this is Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library, number 31. This from 1977 from Charlton Comics. There you go. How cool is that? It's a little bit beat up. The back definitely seen better days, and there's some weird sort of like stuff there that I don't know if you can hear. Yeah, looks like somebody spilled, don't know, milk over it. That's not like, that's nearly 40-year-old milk stain there. Well, looks, but yeah, it might not be milk. I don't know. I'm just hoping it's something like milk. So yeah, really cool cover there. And then you also had Haunted Love. And again, I bought this purely for the fact it is a beautifully painted cover. They had some amazing covers back in those days, in the 60s and 70s. I think this is 1975. Yeah, this is 1975. So another Carlton Comics, Haunted Love, number 11. Beautiful cover. There we go. Now, like I said, I'm a bit on. I'm a bit up on Vampirella, so I saw they had loads of Vampirella comics. So I could have probably spent a small fortune on just the comics from this one vendor for Vampirella. But I was like, I'm not going to go crazy because I want to get other stuff as well. I'll just buy a few covers that catch my eye, you know, and I'll get those in any case. So nothing, no massive runs of Vampirella, but still nice covers to look at least. So I've got from Harris Comics, Vengeance of Vampirella issue 22. There we go. Really nice Vampirella cover there. Cool. Now, I've also picked up Vengeance of Vampirella number 25. I didn't realise this when I bought it. It wasn't until I opened up the comic this afternoon to have a look at it, see what it was like. When I realised that its artist in there is Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. This is a wraparound cover, so I'll have to take it out and show you. But this is Vengeance of Vampirella number 25, also from Harris Comics. And there you go. That's the front. Oh, shiny, shiny, shiny. Yeah, you see that? The shine on that on there, the red shine. So there's Vampirella. There's the I won't have a gratuitous butt shot. I'll show you the whole thing all in one, so you don't just see a bum. Okay, there is quite gratuitous in any case, but there you go. So there's that. That's the whole cover there, and yeah, Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. Amanda Connor on pencils, Jimmy Palmiotti on inks, and somebody called Tom Sniegoski. Tom Sniegoski there. Yeah. Whatever happened to him? Amanda Connor and Palmiotti have gone on strength for strength, you know. But yeah, I do wonder that, you know, you've got these writers, especially from this like the 90s and some from the 80s and that. You've got all these comic book writers and artists in the 1990s sort of era, and you never hear from them again. You really don't. It's like, yeah, whatever happened to the people who wrote that comic or who drew that comic or whatever? You never hear from them again. I'm gonna have to Google that. Right, a little bit more close to being modern. From Dynamite, I have got Vampirella and the Scarlet Legion, number 4. Nice cover there for Vampirella. I think so, yeah. And this is Joe Harris and Jose Malaga, I think. I think this was actually was it a mini series? Like this series is set before the events of the original of the ongoing Vampirella series. So yeah, I think this is a mini series. So there you go. Yeah, nice Vampirella cover. Right, the Grendel, Matt Wagner's character, the Grendel. He's had many incarnations. He's had many, or it's had many comic book companies publish the comic. This is Grendel number 1 from October 1989 from Comico. There you go. And I think this is the first appearance of the female Grendel. I think. This isn't Hunter Rose. No, this ain't Hunter Rose as the Grendel. This is somebody else. This is a female Grendel. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Picking that up, number one of that. There are few comics series that I would go, I want to get the complete set of that I enjoy reading purely for the fact that it's a fun comic to read, and you know, it's an entertaining comic to read. London Horror Comics is one of those comics. I say there's a few. There are a few that I can possibly think of that I would, you know, like to get complete sets of, just because they're fun comics to read. This is one of them, from Lost Cause Productions. You don't see these around much, and when you do see them, they're never that expensive. And when I do see them, even if I think I've got the comic, I will pick it up and buy it, because I'd hate to think that I went, oh no, I've got that one, and then just walked off, and then come home and found out I didn't have it. It is Lost Cause Productions Adventures of the Aerobic Duo Spandex Tights, number 3. There you go. And these are just hilarious. It was an homage, would you say, for the Diner Woman and girl, you know, from the 1970s TV show, which I believe had a sort of a bit of a tongue-in-cheek revamp recently on the internet, I believe. Yeah, Electra Woman. Yeah. But anyway, this was sort of like an homage to that sort of thing. Loads and loads of legal things that happened with this, which was why it had the name changed of it. I won't go through it all now with you, but yeah, absolutely brilliant series. If I can find any of these, I always pick them up, even if it's just to have them as a comic. But like I said, they're usually quite cheap to pick up anyway. So yeah, cool. What else do we have? What else do we have? So another quick look on the comments, just in case somebody says anything. So I want to have a drink of water, so it gives me a chance to not say anything. Okay, somewhere in here there's a comment. I don't know who it's from or what it's about, but there is a new comment around here somewhere. Hey, Dark Knight 1980. Hi, man. How are you doing? Keep this going as long as possible, Mark. I'm off work tomorrow. Well, maybe next year I can come up from Scotland to be with you guys at LSCC. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so cool if you could do that. Seriously, would. Yes, I've got a few more comics to go, so yeah, it's not going to be that much longer, but it probably be long enough. Oh, it would be just amazing if you could make it down, man, as well. Really would, really would. Can you imagine the fun all of us could have? You, Michael, Mahoney, Jack, Steve, although I don't think you've ever met Mr. Wolf. Richard, I don't think you've met him either, but he's there. Everybody, obviously Adam, I don't need to say him because he's going to be there in any case. You know, me, everybody there. That would be so cool. Even Kamagazi guy who, would, should be coming as well, and everybody. We just need to have a massive takeover. The YCC takes over the LSCC and just invade the LSCC. Take the whole thing over. That would be so cool. Thanks for watching as well, man. That's awesome. Awesome of you. Any more comments? Right, one more comment. Ah, cool. Dark and Howler. Hi, man. How are you doing? He says, hello, Mark. Hi, man. How's it going? some awesome comics. Sorry, so awesome pickups at the con. Can't wait to attend the con next month. Already have some artwork commissioned for pickup there, and list of signatures and books I want to get. So exciting. Oh, it is. It really is. It's a little bit daunting as well. Well, for me it was, because when I was going through the comics, I was looking to get signed. I was like, I can't take all these comics because I want to get some comics as well and bring them back. I can't take the same amount of comics with me as I'm hoping to bring back with me. No, that'd be ridiculous. So yeah, it's a little bit daunting trying to whittle down the comics that I want to get signed at LSCC to get to take with me to get signed and everything. But exciting wasn't the word. Really wasn't. It, like I said, it's like Christmas. It's better than Christmas Day for me. The Comic Con really is. You say you're going to a con next year. What one's that? I know it's going to be in, is it Canada? Or over that sort of area, Canada, and that little place underneath Canada. What's it called? America? Is that one? Yeah. That little country underneath Canada. Yeah. So what con are you going to? And as far as that, who, if you don't mind me asking, who have you got commission work coming from? I would like to see that when you pick it up. Really cool. Yeah, great. Right. I sure, if I can find my right. Should we get back onto the comics? Yeah. Okay. Let's do the DC comics that I picked up, because there's not that many of those, so we'll get those out of the way. In the late 80s, DC had a title called Teen Titans Spotlight, where they, well, self-explanatory really, they spotlighted a character from the Teen Titans. I think, if I remember right, the first character they did was Jericho. They gave him a two-issue story arc on that. Then they did Starfire. I'm sure they did Hawk from Hawk and Dove. I don't think they did Hawk and Dove, but they did Hawk. I'm sure they did a Raven one, and they did somebody else, but it didn't run on for that long. But this one here spotlights Aqualad, who later on became Tempest. Did he change his name again? I don't think he did, was it? It was just Aqualad then Tempest, wasn't it? Yeah. So this is Teen Titans Spotlight number 18, Aqualad, and this also ties in with the Millennium event that DC was having at the time. This is week 4 of the Millennium event, and yeah, it was a pretty good event actually, Millennium. Looking forward to reading that. Really good. It was a really good series actually. It's just a pity it didn't last very long. What else we got? Oh yes, cool. Right. As far as I'm concerned, this is action. This is Superman. Okay. What we've got in the comics now is not Superman. No matter how they dress him, that is not Superman. This is Superman. In fact, any incarnation of Superman before the New 52 started is Superman, regardless of Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, or post Crisis on Infinite Earth, or post New Zero Hour Superman. They all have in their essence Superman. So they are all Superman. They're all aspects of the Man of Steel, of the Man of Tomorrow, Superman. Superman we've got now is not Superman at all. There's nothing heroic about him. Nah, that's why I don't read it for. But back when Superman was a real hero, we had Action Comics number 595. John Byrne's era of Action Comics was just amazing. He brought Superman back from the Crisis on Infinite Earth, and yeah, just completely amazing. Action Comics number 595. Superman and question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, and I believe this is the first introduction to the modern age version of Silver Banshee, which really cool character, real nice design there for that character. Really awesome. There you go. There's that one. Right, I actually got some. I believe these are Silver Age comics from Bronze Age. Sorry, these are some Bronze Age comics. So it's like 1977. So yeah, 72 to around about 85, 86 is the Bronze Age, if I remember right. So these are actually Metal Men comics from 1977, and I'm imagining it's going to be 1977, 78. Yep. And it's Metal Men number 50, which, like I said, I don't usually go for like saying how much on comics and that, but for the price I paid for this is a bloody good condition. Pardon me for using the vernacular. Amazing condition. Metal Man number 50. And then I also managed to pick up in slightly less good condition, but still definitely readable, still enjoyable. And as long as my computer doesn't shut down my camera, you'll be able to see it. Metal Men number 55. There you go. Great stuff. I think that's from 78. So 77, 78, yeah, December, January 77, 78. Brilliant. Really cool. Really cool. I don't think I've got this. If I have got it, I haven't got this cover of it. I'm sure I haven't got this cover of it. Anyway, it's a movie adaptation. Now, both DC and Marvel used to put out movie adaptations of their comic book movies that they were bringing out. They always used to bring them out about a month before the actual movie was in the cinema, just to get the comic buying public interested, you know, get their appetite going, and saying, wow, this is a really good adaptation, I want to go and see this movie. Nowadays, DC don't do adaptations of their movies anymore by the looks of it, and Marvel, they do adaptations, but they only release them after the movie has been in the cinema, which I suppose I can see why they would do that, but I would still like to see the comic book adaptations of the movie like we used to see them before the movie came out. And as far as I know, this was one of them, and it's the official adaptation of the movie Supergirl. Look at that. Really nice cover. It was Giordano and Pablo Lopez. Yeah, I think so. But that is a really nice cover. Like that. Awesome Supergirl. Oh look, on the back you've got Helen Slater. Hello. There you go. So yeah, I picked that one up. Really chuffed with that. And I think I used to have this one. No, I didn't. When DC brought out their 100th issue to celebrate the 100 issues of Superman Volume 2, Wonder Woman Volume 2, The Flash Volume 2, something else Volume 2, and Green Arrow, I missed out on this cover. I missed out on this comic, actually. I don't think I ever had Green Arrow number 100, especially not on this with this cover. So there you go. There it is. I think this is the one where Oliver Queen dies. Sorry, spoilers. Oh, come on, it was 1995. Have you ever read this yet? Spoilers. Yeah, I think this is the one where Oliver Queen originally dies. And then this is also the one where Connor Hawke becomes Green Arrow. Yeah, so yeah, awesome. Finally got it, and for a decent price as well. And also, again, you'll see this cover and you'll know why I like it, and I really don't care what you think of it. This is another Wonder Woman comic, actually. Wonder Woman 229. There you go. Got a big red rocket shooting towards a tied up Wonder Woman. How can you interpret that any other way than a big red rocket, going exploding all over Wonder Woman? There you go. There's that. There you go. Right, two more for DC, or sort of two more for DC. I have read that the Milestone characters will be going into their own comics again, hopefully very soon. Now, I think there was some, if I remember rightly and read correctly, there were some legal wranglings about DC and the Milestone characters, and they finally got sent back to the estate of the original guy that originally created them, whose name I can't remember anymore, but I know he died a few years ago. But anyway, they got returned back to his estate so that DC could no longer publish, or they could only publish static, I think it was, under certain circumstances. This is the Milestone comics, when they were being published by DC Comics, were just amazing. They really were. They were fantastic, well written, great artwork, and they were characters that you really wanted to read more about. And as well as that, they were, and I hate this word because it seems like a silly word nowadays to use, but they were all ethnic minorities, and I really do hate that phrase. I really do. It's such a silly phrase nowadays, don't you think? That you can sort of like say to somebody, "You're an ethnic minority." So, well, no, you're a human. You know, you were born on this planet. You know, exactly same genetic makeup. Just because you're a slightly different color skin or whatever than some other person, you're still a human being. You know. So yeah, I find the word ethnic minority a silly thing to say in the 21st century. But hey ho, unfortunately, it still has to be used for some unknown reason. But anyway, this is the first issue, and it's actually still sealed as well. This is a collector's edition, first issue of Hardware #1. There you go. And it's got, from what I can tell, it's got all the free bits in it. Hardware #1, 4-panel of giant 16-panel mural, exclusive cover poster, and a Skybox trading card. There you go. Now, I don't know if I've already got this one opened. I was one of those people that when you had something like this, you bought this one and you kept it like this in the bag, and then bought another one and opened that one up and took the comic out and everything like that. So, yeah, I might keep it in there actually, just for safe side. But yeah, this was great. This was sort of like, this was the Milestone answer to Iron Man, if you will, or I suppose it was sort of like a bit like the Milestone version of Iron Man or the DC version of Batman. He was sort of like an amalgamation of the two characters put into one fantastic, awesome character. Yeah, if you've never read Milestone comics, see if you can find copies of them or trades with them, because they're really good, really awesome comics. And finally, for the DC part, we have got, when was it? 1990s. I think it was 1996, 97. Back before DC and Marvel were sort of like, well, basically just for the money and for themselves. You used to have fun things happen between DC and Marvel, and one of them was the Amalgam universe, where they just squished together all their characters and amalgamated, strange enough, all the different characters into brand new characters with sort of slightly familiar starts in life, but with a big twist of whatever other universe that character came from. So with this one, we've got issue 1 of Spider-Boy, #1 from Amalgam Comics, and obviously this is Spider-Man and Superboy. And it says on here, with great power comes great possibilities. So there you go. These were all real fun comics to read. It's like Doctor Strange Fate. What was it? Dark Claw, which was an amalgamation of Wolverine and Batman. What was it? Super Patriot, which was Captain America and Superman. Really, really great comics. Was it Bullets and Bracelets, which was Wonder Woman and the Punisher together. But she wasn't called Wonder Woman. She was called Diana. I think they used the name Diana Prince and Frank Castle in that one. There was also, what was it called? The one that had Wonder Woman and Storm merged together. Was it, I want to say Goddess, but I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, really great run of comics. Really, really brilliant. My computer's shouting at me. So let's just have a quick look at the comments again before my computer blows up. And then we'll quickly go through the Marvel comics that I picked up from this guy. And any comments? Even if my computer does blow up, if you want to comment on anything you saw here, or just down below, because like I say, through the whole of this, really nice to hear from you guys out, and really nice to read your comments on here. So yeah, if you want to comment section, even if it's just say hi. Right. So no comments just at the moment. So we'll crack on with Marvel comics. Yes. Oh, hang on a second. Where'd that come from? There was an errant DC comic in that lot. Yes. Oh, I know why, because this one's a little bit knackered, but I'm trying to like save it. DC Comics in the 70s, they had this little series called DC Special, and in it they would have either reprints of old stories in comics or new comics but with characters that you hadn't seen for a long time. I believe there was a DC Special which had the Justice Society of America in it. I think it might have been something like DC Special number, I want to say number 17 or number 13 or something. But anyway, this is a DC Special number 19. It's War Against the Giants. There you go. How cool is that? You've got Superman, Green Lantern, the Indestructible Giant, the Indestructible Man, and Wonder Woman. Now, these were all 4 of these stories here were reprints from Silver Age and Golden Age story. Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and the Indestructible Man. Yeah, but they all had a theme of the stories had giants in them. I have no idea what the next issue was about. It's probably like weird sports or something like that. But yeah, a little bit tatty. It was like a bit rucked up. The cover was a bit rucked up, and the first page was a bit meh. And you got some like chunks coming out the top in that. But for the price I paid for it, I don't care. It's a reader. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. That's the main thing for me. Right, Marvel Comics. It's not every day that you find a Scotty Young variant cover so cheap. So cheap. A+X #1 Scotty Young variant. I can't remember if Adam picked his one up as well from this seller. But yeah, that was a good find. That was a pretty good find in there. One of 2 4-issue miniseries that I picked up from the same person. Vision and the Scarlet Witch. This is the miniseries, the 4-issue miniseries from 1980. It's 1988, I think it was. So there you go. Issue 1. Issue 2. I've just got to check something out. Is that? See, that's quite interesting because of what has happened on, I think it was the latest episode of Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors. Because the Wizard was on there. Yes, he was a trainer. He was a teacher at the Shield Academy for new heroes. So that's pretty cool, actually. Awesome. And issue 3. And issue 4. So that's pretty cool getting all those. And I saw this, I was like, do I really want this? I was like, yeah, why not? I don't have many Marvel comics from, Star Wars comics from Marvel in the 70s and 80s. So I thought, I'm going to pick this one up. You know, living dirt cheap. So yeah, I'm going to get this. This is Star Wars number 6. There you go. The main thing is, though, the actual cover looks a bit weird because that bit up there looks a bit strange, and you've got no barcode or no picture in this bit here. Really weird. If anybody knows if this is like the normal cover for issue 6 of Star Wars, or if it should have more information out here, or if it should have a barcode or it's like Spider-Man's face in there, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a bit of digging on this to see if there's anything, any reason why this looks like this, or whether it's just how the actual comic was printed at the time. So yeah, so that was interesting, a little bit of an oddity. This book has definitely seen better days, but like I said, for the price, I couldn't really say no. Werewolf by Night number 18. Fantastic cover there. I do like my horror comics, and I do like these old, you can't really call them horror characters because they were so watered down because of the Comic Code Authority that they really were pale shadows of what they could be with Werewolf and Dracula and Frankenstein and that. But there you go. So there we are. There's that. And then I also managed to pick up Marvel Premiere number 42, which has got Tigra, the Feline Fury, in it. That is a pretty cool cover. Liking that. I don't think I've got this one. I don't think I have, actually. This is a double-sized ROM annual number 4 from 1985. Pretty cool cover there with Rom and the Gladiator. And if you've heard, there's a rumor going around that Rom, the Space Knight, or at least something that could bring Rom back to at least the Marvel movie universe, he could be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I've read about it, rumors about the fact that Rom could be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So that would be pretty cool. Yeah, really happy about that. Second miniseries that I managed to pick up from this seller, Jack of Hearts, 4-issue miniseries. Again, I think it was from 1988. And this is issue 1. And issue 2. Issue 3. And finally, this miniseries, issue 4. I think I might have issue 4, but the fact that I've managed to pick up those ones for hardly anything, I'm happy to get another copy of issue 4. Plus, again, I think this copy is possibly better than the copy I've got in my collection at the moment. So there's that. Another Marvel 2-in-1. This time, The Thing and the Avengers with issue 75 of Marvel 2-in-1. Really cool. Let's have a quick look inside it. Tom DeFalco writer. There you go. Fighting Blastar. That's that one. Slowly, very, very slowly getting a complete set of Secret Wars 2. And here we have issue 9 of that. That is a really cool cover. I remember seeing, like I said previously, with the Fantastic Four comics that I picked up, the John Byrne ones that tied in with Secret Wars 2. I remember seeing this cover on the front of the British reprint for Secret Wars 2. And I was like, that is a cool, that guy has some serious firepower if you've got those heroes protecting the Earth against him. You need those heroes to stop the Beyonder. He's got to have some serious power. That's a really nice cover. The other Marvel team-up book that they had back in the day, Marvel Team-Up, strange enough, called Marvel Team-Up, number 144. And this is Spider-Man and Moon Knight. There you go. Pretty cool cover. And as I mentioned, Fantastic Four. You have to use numerical order. The Fantastic Four. From the John Byrne era. Like I said, I like She-Hulk. I like She-Hulk. I've always liked She-Hulk. Especially since John Byrne's wrote and drew her in the Fantastic Four. And then when he went on to her own solo-ish series that he'd done with her. Fantastic Four 275. That is an awesome John Byrne She-Hulk there. Really awesome cover, that one. And then you have Fantastic Four 280. Really cool. And then finally, for this lot, this Marvel lot, we've got Fantastic Four 282. There you go. Inwards to Infinity. The Secret Wars time. Really nice. I've got one more comic to show you guys out there. I'm just gonna do the comments again, push them before I show you one more comic, and then that's it. That's all we've got. Okay. So no new comments yet. Okay. Oh, it was another long one. At least getting close to 3 hours then. Right, last year at LSCC, I picked up this comic from a vendor. There you go, Witch's Tales. Witch's Tales number 12. And this is from 1952. Now, if I remember correctly, this was my oldest comic in my collection. Pre-code, not in the best of condition. It's definitely seen better days, but still really nice cover. Really love this cover. I like these, the covers from the old horror comics like this, where had the damsel in distress and then some monster or something attacking her, and that it's like the epitome of what was about in those days of the 50s, and there's the B movies and the atomic bomb movies and that you used to get from those in those days. So that's what I got last year from this vendor, and I said to myself, when I go back this year, I'm going to get another comic similar to that, with that picture. And strangely enough, I got another Witch's Tale, but an earlier issue. And this is Witch's Tale number 6 from 1951. Now, this is now my oldest comic that I have. 1951. I'm not quite sure when in 1951 it was, but yeah. Again, I had a look at it inside. It's not the greatest condition. The cover's a bit split and everything, but I just love the cover. It was great. I was talking to the guy about this who sold this, and we were sort of like, yeah, it's got everything. It's got like the spider, the witch, the monster, the damsel in distress and bondage sort of thing, skeletons. It's got everything you want from a 1950s horror comic cover that you'd ever want, sort of thing. So here it is. Look at that. How cool is that? That is really cool. I suppose the way this is actually golden age. So this is my only my second golden age comic. I'm sure the golden age was 1959. Sorry, the silver age started in 1959. The golden age was from 1931 with Action Comics #1, and it ended when Showcase #4 with the first appearance of the Barry Allen Flash came in, which was 1959. So this would be a golden age comic as well. Pre-code, Witch's Tales #6, 1951. Made me happy. I was absolutely ecstatic with it. Yeah, the guy who sells these at the London Super Comic Con, he's a really nice guy. You get him talking, and he knows stuff about the artists and the writers on here. He really does. Yeah, I'm made up with that. Really am made up with that. That is cool. So there you go. Got 2 issues of Witch's Tales. That's excellent. I think that's a collection now, isn't it? Of Witch's Tales. Just got to get the rest of them when I'm done. Yeah. Right. One more look at the comments. See if you guys are still out there, and if you've got anything to say. Oh, looks like there's been one more comment made. It's there. In a sec, I saw some up here. Just scrolling down. Kamikaze Guy, She-Hulk FF, awesome cover, silly story. What the? Oh, but the She-Hulk one. That one. Yeah, it's all right. I don't mind. It's got a John Byrne She-Hulk. I love She-Hulk. Okay, that was a little bit creepy. I'll give you that. But yeah, no, I've ever since John Byrne drew She-Hulk and wrote her in the Fantastic Four, and I used to, like I said, read him in the British reprints and that we used to get over here. I've always liked She-Hulk ever since then, and when he took her into her own series, that was just great as well. So yeah, great cover, great looking She-Hulk. It might be a silly story. I don't care. And I know you know I don't care. Right, I think that's it. I think we are done, people. Yeah, I should just quickly refresh the comments again just to see if anybody else has said anything since then. It doesn't look like it. Nope. Looks like that's it. It looks like this could be it. We're done. Yeah, that was my LSCC video, my London Super Comic Con video. I've come to know a 3-hour live haul video. I knew it was going to be a long one. I didn't think it was going to be this long again. Thank you, everybody who came with me to London Super Comic Con. Thank you, everyone who I met up at with London Super Comic Con. Thank you, everybody who went to London Super Comic Con. The cosplayers, the creators and the artists and writers, the people who sold comics there. Thank you, everybody who was just basically there yesterday, because it wasn't for you, it would have just been me walking around the Excel Centre going, he's big. Thank you everybody who watched this video, for everyone who stayed up with me live or wherever you are and watched this whole video. Thank you. It was awesome, and reading your comments and interacting with you guys is always a bonus when I do these live videos. Thank you everybody who hopefully will be watching this video when it goes up live on YouTube a bit later on tonight or tomorrow, whichever way it happens. I think I've said thank you to everybody. Yeah, if you want to subscribe to my channel, there are shorter videos coming up of my haul video, of my hauls and collection and that, as I'll be doing them recorded, yeah, as and when. I always do a live haul video at the end of the month now with comics that I've picked up from my local comic shop, so that will be not next Saturday but the Saturday after. So that'll be the 28th of March, which will be my next live haul video. I hope it's not another 3-hour one. If we do. If you've got anything to comment on about in this video, you've seen something in this video that you want to speak about, or you want to ask me a question about, or I've said something and it's wrong, comment section down below. That's what it's there for. And honestly, if I've mentioned something and it's wrong, like I've said the artist name wrong, or I've said the wrong artist or writer on something, I don't know everything about comics, and there are people out there that know bucket loads more about it than I do. Or even if you just want to say hi, comment section down below. Right. Not too sure whereabouts it is. I don't know. Did I say about subscribing? I didn't. Yeah, no. Not too sure whereabouts it is on here. It could be over that side. It could be over this side. It might not even be either side. It might just be on my channel page. But if you want to subscribe to this channel, it would be awesome if you did. I've been stuck on around 245, 255, 256 subscribers for about the last 6 months to a year. It's getting a bit dull and boring. Come on, let's try and get up to 600 subscribers at least. You know, at least that's going to be 600 people I haven't had to pay to subscribe to my channel. Much. Yeah. Yeah, so subscribe. Always great to see subscribers, people subscribing, new subscribers, new friends. Not new subscribers, new friends. Yes, that's why I like to see people who subscribe to my channel. You're not just subscribing to a channel. You're going into a contractual obligation of being a friend now when you subscribe to this channel. That's going to get the subscriptions down. Thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up. If you like this video, if you managed to go through the whole of the video and you said, I like this video, thumbs up. Always great. But if you didn't like this video, there was something about this video that just irked you, even just a little bit, and you decide, I'm going to thumbs down if you want. But like I always say at the end of the videos, if you do thumbs it down, just say why you thumbs it down. You know, just, you know, one eyebrow's bigger than the other, you need to sort that out, or you didn't like the comics, or you didn't see me drink a whole bottle of Jim Beam, which I've got there, which I was going to drink during the show, but I decided not to and ended up drinking water instead. Good me. Yeah, thumbs down. But say why you thumbs down. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got to say. I've got to show you. Yeah, I'm done. You can all go home now. I'm going to go to bed. Again, thank you all for watching. Take care. Love the comics that you read. And just be nice to each other. Try it. Go on. I'll see you later on. Ta-ta for now.